Hello, Edward. Yes, thank you. Happy birthday. It is my birthday. I happen to land on a stream. And I work today, and then I'm streaming, so most of my day is just taken up by other stuff. How old is little Sonic Crew turning today? I don't know, but I'm thinking he's probably close enough to drink. He's getting up there. Actually, I don't even know where it is. Like, I need to put it out on a counter or something, just so I remember to actually look at it. It's one of those out of sight, out of mind things. I'll be back in 1 minute, though. I am back. Hello, Sunset. Hello, Starfire. And I got my water here to your Starfire. You're early. Yes, refreshing. I don't know where Michael is. Normally he'd be home by now. Oh, my mouse is almost dead. There it goes. All right. Well, we're going to work on hopefully getting the audience for the first shot kind of figured out. I need to start rendering on this soon, though. I think, air quotes, I have an idea for Rainbow Dash falling something or other. Hopefully not making a green slime cake, actually. Oh, he might be doing something actually that worries me. No, I think I have an idea that might be kind of meta. A self-referencing anthology. Being the last one, it kind of makes sense too. So I might, but we'll see. We'll see if we get far enough on this to do something. There we go. We get started though. Yeah, happy birthday. Thank you very much. This feels like it's not even my birthday. It feels like nothing right now. It's just been such a normal day. So, but sometimes that's nice. Yeah, it's went to work. I went here, and now I'm doing this, and exciting. Last year I had the big birthday because I was turning 40, but this year it's like, okay, 41. Nah, not much. It's super nice out this week. I know, and like I kind of wanted to have a bonfire, but this week is our board game meet with John and Kyle, and then Kyle has babies, so then I didn't want to make it feel like you had to try to find a way to get to that. So I'm like, maybe not this week. Next week's gonna be 80 for a little bit, but I think it'll get nice again. The older you get, the more you want to avoid it. Not really, actually. I feel that was more the case in like, I think it was like in the 20s. It felt like you didn't really want to get older because the numbers felt bigger. But now it's, I don't know. I don't really care anymore. It was going from like 39 to 40 felt like a bigger thing than 40 to 41. I don't feel anything different now. There was two things I kind of poked at with SFM out of stream. Well, three things kind of. I found two other scripts to download. One of them adds these, which are kind of nice. They just add buttons for light, model, and I think it's particle system. So by clicking those, it just opens up those menus. It actually allows you to have a bunch of other ones here too. Like you can add as show existing model button. There's a couple other ones, but I got rid of those because I didn't really care. These are the three main ones I'd use. They have like the add camera button, but I don't need a button for that for how often I do it. So I'm like, whatever. The add existing you do sometimes. When you create a new shot, it will create a camera even if you don't see it here. So it's nice to be able to pull its existing camera instead of like whatever one. But this feature auto starts now, which actually I'm going to see if this other one's on there too. Is the volume control one on there? Because that would actually be really nice too. So this, add volume slider. Yeah, okay, a little big derp. The second script I got was it's an initialization script that just auto runs scripts at the beginning. So it took a little bit to get that working. And I got rid of all the like weird downloads of pop-ups and updates that I had to do. That took me like 45 minutes. Long story on that one. But anyways, this is really nice. And the auto initialization is also really nice. So I have it run, go away. The toggle log thresholds is automatic now. I think there was one that like automatically in there, and I want to make sure that there's a difference for actually adding that in. I just added the volume slider for those buttons. I added that, so it's just and clear decals, which also clears out some of the stupid other little items that are on maps because I modified that one myself. Ooh, I updated the workshop items. It might be gone now, but whatever. So it's really nice though that being able to have that stuff auto start, you don't have to worry about it. Was it Kiwi? Let me double check. Oh, this one I downloaded, but I have to play around with it a little bit. But it's Kiwi Fruit Dev, has a lot of really cool scripts. This one allows, I think, adding XYZ flexes in place of rotations, so you can move items like a flex instead of like a bone. Not like a bone. I don't think you can move the XYZ position, but the rotations. Yeah, that's what this image is. Which not useful in too many situations, but in some other ones it actually could be really damn useful to be able to have sliders that do rotations. So yeah, that was also another one. But yeah, Kiwi Fruit Dev has a lot of cool stuff. It was actually, I found the auto init like that one and a couple other things by kind of digging through their stuff. Hello, Gentle Spark. Anyways, so last time we did the audience cheering. Oh wow, that's loud. And got them doing their thing. But oh yeah, we need to have stuff thrown in the air. That's actually what I forgot about that. What stuff do we want to throw in there? I got some food delivered this morning. I ordered 6 10-ounce pumpkin spice chai lattes to stock up. They only had one left. Both happy and sad. A latte mix. Okay, I thought I didn't read mix. I just read that you ordered 6 pumpkin spice chai lattes to stock up, and I'm like, but they're not good after like a day. I don't like pumpkin spice, but I blame. I had in one day I got a pumpkin spice latte. This was like a chai. Yeah, I think the chai one. Yeah, chai pumpkin spice latte at like a place a while ago, and I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was special, but you know, the season, whatever. And then I got it down a decent amount, but then I had it left in my car and for a while, and it soaked through the bottom of the cup and into the console, and it was waterproof console, but then it ended up baking in the sun, and that like warm, rotting chai pumpkin latte smell, I think just ruined it for me. I just don't like it. About hats, yeah, that was what I was thinking. Of doing like the traditional thing that you would throw in the air in this situation. It's not the situation itself, but in the like super excited throw things in the air way is usually like a graduation cap. I don't think I'm going to find that, but I could throw hats. I was wondering if I could do like glitter, but problem with glitter is normally you use the reflection of light off the glitter to make things visible. I don't have that. And so if you had confetti type things, it would have to be big enough to be visible. And that might be tough. But if you've found them stupid, maybe have Derpy throw mail. Derpy's not visible in this crowd. She's visible. She's in there from the previous shot, but she's not in this visible grouping. Yeah, let me double check the one thing, because the people that actually are going to stand up. Yeah, okay. So these ones from the back, these are the ones that I anticipated that if they're going to be throwing anything, it'd be those specific ones, at least within this area. This area, I can kind of throw it from wherever because it's not really that visible. This area, though. Oh, I just realized. I need to fix this. Same person, same motions. Okay, we need to fix that. Oh, I shouldn't have selected that. Okay. When you select hundreds of horses all with animation at the same time, yeah, you're gonna break something. All right, we're gonna get rid of this horse, and we're going to find a different one that is also standing and jumping like that. And probably, if I grab this one, she's also right there. Who's the really dark stallion? Yeah, this one. Do I have a version of him that's kind of jumping up and down? Well, there's this one. And that'll actually work. I think so. And I'll have to do something here too, because these two are animated at the same time. I just need to change their timing. Okay. Well, Thank you very much, guys. Happy birthday, nerd. Nerd. How dare. You're the nerd. Thank you. I'm old again. Now you get to spend a whole year feeling slightly younger until feeling old again. Throw the timing off a little bit on that one. Okay, he's kind of moving at the exact same pace as another one up there, so we're gonna throw him off a little bit. Okay. She's stealing the cookie. She's like, you like that horse or something. All right, we're gonna get that collapsed around that. See if that works. Okay, not quite. Okay, that works a bit better. Oh, I do realize he's over here too, but it's really hard to actually see that they're both in the same shot, so I'm fine with that. And then I don't know if I'm gonna be able to select it like this. We're gonna go. Okay, and this horse. Oh, I selected everybody again. This one. Are they early standards? They're early standards. So I'm going to delay her. Okay, does that help? Yeah, and then she's slightly slower. I'm going to slow her down a bit more too. I should probably go through though. I'm going to try to do that now. There is so much extra animation here that it's going to cause me probably problems. Or it's just taking up a lot of extra space. I'm going to clear this out. So in. I get that. I love pumpkin spice. Up until my early 30s, my mom managed a bakery deli at the time, and the branch manager ordered a dozen racks of fresh pumpkin pies. My dad and I spent 11 hours boxing up pumpkin pies in a closed room. For the next 10 years, I couldn't tolerate the smell. Yeah, it's actually for a similar reason why I don't, or at least one of the reasons I think I don't like watermelon, because I used to help deliver newspapers, and being in the back of a car in a dark morning for somebody that already is susceptible to getting motion sick, smelling just ink, fresh ink from newspapers, getting it all over your fingers, all over your face, always led to me throwing up in the morning because that's from the motion sickness. And if you ever take a fresh newspaper and put it right in your face, my brain thinks it smells like rotten watermelon, and it's just Okay, and if I ever have to copy somebody again, it's fine because I can just I can just slow down their animation and it will extend it anyway. Cheers, Maisie. Free muffins are everybody. That's dangerous. Sounds like America. Everybody getting chonky. Okay, and then we have this side too. This will free up. This will actually probably free up like 15 megs of space, just because of how many horses there is with just the detail animation. I can actually check. It's pretty easy. Okay, Stupid Horses is 132 megabytes. $111. Yeah, actually it was 19 megabytes of animation I erased. Should help speed it up, loading it up a little bit. Never made the association before, but thinking about it, rotten watermelon and fresh print do smell similar. Kind of like how puppy breath and skunk spray smell the same. Yeah, there's just something about it. And I helped my dad with that for like a year and a half every Sunday morning, getting up at like 4 a.m. So that job was like newspapers come in 3 parts, or like this is old newspapers. I don't know if they still do, but it was. You had your classifieds, your ads, and then the morning news. So the day before, you would get all your advertisements and your classifieds, and you would go to the warehouse that was there, and they had this big like line that you could like borrow out essentially, and you would slide one into the other essentially, and you would pre-build your whole route for the next day. And there was like 250 that we had to do. So you'd go in there, you'd open up a pallet of the papers, you'd put them all into each other and get it prepped. Then on Sunday morning, because how the news works, they can't have the news done, the Sunday news done on Saturday. The actual printing for them aren't done until overnight. So they're not available till the morning. So you go there in the morning and you pick up, your packages of the oversleeve for the newspaper, and then the classifieds and the ads that you already put together. Then in the back of the car, I would be putting the sleeve of the front paper in the classified and the ads, put them together, and then hand it to my father in the front, and he would go and put them in the mailboxes as we were driving down the road. But that was just constantly handling the stuff, and it was like, especially in the Minnesota winter, you get either brushed with immense cold, or you get the like artificial cheap heat from a car, like an old like 90s van that just did not smell very good. And it just I like the Foursquare version of the EQ flag in the back. Well, this one was 3-scroll kind of, I guess. That was mainly done because, and I don't think I have it anymore. Actually I probably have it in one of these ones. Yeah, the original one was this, but this was originally put together for somebody else, and that video was never going to be used, but I didn't want it to look the same as what I originally had put together for them. And this was meant to kind of look fascist. A big giant flag with lots of stars right behind where the people were talking, because it was supposed to look like the speech from Starship Troopers. So that was kind of what the idea was for that. I'm just kind of reusing it because it was not going to be used for anything else. So, oh well. All right. Yeah, it looks very old fashioned. Yeah, the with the lights on. That's what it kind of looks like, where the other one looks like that. This one is purposely made to be a bit darker. This one I lightened up a little bit for audience purposes. Anyway, yeah, we're going to throw some stuff in the air. So we need... I delivered newspapers after I turned 12. I had 4 routes for about 3 years. Yeah, I never did it myself. I had to help with my father, but everything was pretty spaced out, so it was kind of car required. And I was like 12, so it's not like I was going to be driving myself. Oh, I thought for a second there. I'm like, wait, there's a hole in the floor. That's purposeful. Okay. All right, so let's say they're throwing hats in the air. Oh, I got to move this actor in there. Well, cowboy hat. That actually is probably a really good one. Let's get a couple of those around here. I do want to see what this hat looks like with the lighting on, just in case. You never know what hat you grabbed. But I need to get in position because this camera is going to be crap. when lights are on. Yeah, that looks... Okay, it's fine. I have a version of the hat that I might have forgotten to turn like the glowing off on because of way back with Remembrance. If you want a little sneaky thing of something I forgot to do in Remembrance, use my route money to pad my parents' budget. Oh, so they took your money. No, with the group here. Actually, I'll show this first. So to get this group, ooh, that's loud. To get this group to look ghostly, I wanted to make sure that they weren't really getting shadows from the lights there. I wanted to make sure that they were fairly evenly lit, but I didn't want to have it be that there was no shadows. So and I wanted them to be ghostly. So to make them ghostly, that was easy. I just rendered it with them, rendered it without them, and then I made it half opacity so that it was kind of overlaid on top of each other. It made it look invisible. And then because like here with them like passing over people, then because it was dual layered, it allowed it to be visible and still do the nice depth of field, everything. Problem is, if you make something half visible, you're also removing half of its brightness in a way, so they become kind of darker. So the way to offset that was to make them kind of glow. So I gave them all self-illumination, which doubled their brightness. So by doing that, it also made it so that there's shadows on the one side. They still had shadows. You can still kind of see it. Like on here, you can still see that like Applejack has light coming from that side, but she's still fairly overly lit or evenly lit on both sides. So that worked. And actually you can even see that the shadows itself are a little like lighter. I would have liked if there was no shadows, but that's much harder to do. But when I did that, I kind of didn't think about that when later in the video. So I went and used the same models, but I just, redid the textures. So that was easy to try to ensure that they weren't glowing in the later shots. The problem was the hat. Because I wasn't making it a rock texture like other statues, the hat is still there. And so if you look at the hat, it's not lit correctly. You can see that it's got like a lit underneath. It's not shaded in any way. It looks like it's glowing. It's glowing because it's still using the ghost like type of glow. Thankfully, it's a bright enough scene and it's off to the side that you kind of don't notice it. But yeah, I made a boo-boo. There's a couple boo-boos in here. That's one of the bigger ones. So that's why when I looked at this, I was like, that looks really evenly lit. But then I see that it's not glowing because it's dark under there. So it is fine. We were working poor household, but mom could strangle a penny. So you were just helping with the family budget. Yeah, that's the thing. Like with I've seen people before with the push of like having, or we need more people having families in America, but it was already hard for people to have families 30, 40 years ago. Nowadays, like kids are immensely expensive, and yeah, I don't get how people are meant to afford a kid while also being able to provide them with the life that they feel that they should deserve. Because every parent normally wants the best for their kid, but they're usually doing everything they can just to give them a life, let alone a good life. This hat, being this is up front quite a bit, Oh, you know what? That might be fine on size. So one of the issues here is physics. Thankfully, going up and down is not difficult. I wish I could use regular physics, like the phys engine stuff, but I think we're just gonna have to make do. So somebody that does go up, this person right here, looks like they are one of the uppers. The one thing we want to make sure we do, this is actually important. If you have one thing about something you're working with, if it's going to be an animation that you're going to use elsewhere, somewhere else in the same shot, always make sure you do not animate off of your root transform. You use that as your base. That means you can move the model wherever you want. You can rotate it, do whatever you want, and it will never touch the base animation. But if I were to go and start moving things around and all the animation was on the root, certain things might break it a little bit. And it's always better to keep it separate. We also had side hustles, metal scrapping, yard sales, selling food grade buckets to farmers and ranchers. Yeah. When I was young, we used to, me and my friend, to buy our video games for the summer, we would go collect cans. So because the aluminum recycling was actually pretty decent. So we would just drive around the neighborhood and pick up cans, or if people had cans at the place, we would just grab them from them. We surprisingly cleaned up the neighborhood quite a bit for a while, and we would sometimes make a few $100 in a summer, and that was plenty to buy like many video games. So we used to have like a whole garage with probably like 20 something garbage bags full of cans, crushed cans. Let's start delivering papers. We went from sharing 2 hamburgers at a small fry between 4 people to each having their own. We even could afford pizza once a month. And the nice thing about that is, at least more, or I'm going to guess, there was something proud to be able to say, like, now I get my own burger, like to be able to say, like, I did this, I helped with this. And that's a pretty good thing to teach a kid, as long as you're also allowed to be a kid. Kids still have to be able to be kids. All right, first. Okay, the other thing I need to worry about with this is rotation. This is where for this example, I might go and do this off of a transform, just because it makes it easier to do like spinning and stuff, even if I have to make it one-offs and not copy it and do another one. Mainly because if I have the hat go up and then down, but I also want it like flipping in the air, that flipping gets really difficult if you're doing it all in the same thing. So I can do the up and down motion, then you can set this to offset, and that will prevent like physical positioning and rotations to cross over, and it will work. The problem is you can't touch it then. Like if I want to have it go further to one side or anything, I'm going to also be affecting that rotation that's spinning, and I don't want that. So it's probably better than that I just kind of do custom for everyone, though it's not going to be that bad. So this first is timing. That seems too even. Normally, if you go to throw something, you're giving it a large amount of initial acceleration. So it's going to be quicker at the start. It's going to hit its peak, but then when it starts coming down, it's going to have a slower start because it's going to be starting from 0. And so I think, let me hide the actors. That might make this a little easier. Yeah. Let's do that. Nope. Seems a little floaty. I think that should work. So we're doing a strong, faster in, faster out, so that it has that nice kind of, like, you could even see this looks like the arc you'd expect. Let's see if I can drop the timing, if that might help a little. Nope. Actually kind of just felt better with a full second. Okay. We'll say that's good. the chances of her throwing it straight up and down are low. So let's go and go over to the side here. Let's go a little bit more. Okay. And then here, first, the chances of it being perfectly on that position are low. So we'll do that. Actually, no. If it's going to have any rotation to start with, it's probably going to be like this. Because if you're not probably going to be throwing it like from some weird side angle. All right. And if this is going to rotate, I think it's probably going to actually back rotate. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. The one thing I have the problem with right now is I did not put it low enough. Let's put it down here. We'll extend this by 2 frames. And then we'll raise this up just a little bit. Looks pretty decent. Actually, I'm going to rename this cowboy hat. Well, hello.
Hello. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You look like a monkey and you smell like one too. It's your birthday.
I'm 14.
He's 14.
Oh no, it's on there. It's reversed. It says 41 still.
You fail.
Well, I was pretty sure that's what you were doing.
Wow, it's picking up meds too. But
oh yeah.
Let's roll. I got coffee creamer because we were caffeinated.
Oh yeah. No, I got creamer yesterday.
Oh, that was how we have to.
I forgot to say something. That's on me. All right. All right. Yay.
You have to eat that.
Oh my god.
Leave now.
We're.
Sure.
Oh okay. No, it's funny. On my side, this is actually saying 41, but because it's mirrored on your side, it also says 41. Because that should say 41 like that. Well. Congratulations on being 14. No, that's what I thought it would be, but it literally says 41. It's supposed to be backwards. There's 2 pieces here.
Yeah. They're tiny pieces.
No, these are normal size pieces.
It's cheesecake. You like cheesecake?
I do like cheesecake.
I was like, I'm going to get him cake. Well, when I was looking at cakes, I was like, no, he likes cheesecake.
I do. Cheesecake is the best. Would you get one of those mixed ones?
No, it's just all that.
Oh, it's just all strawberry one?
Yeah, it's just strawberry.
A whole one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, you should have got a fork. There's 2 pieces.
Yeah, for you.
No, I don't want 2 pieces.
You don't have to eat the whole thing.
Wait, you're going to... I finished these 2 and you're going to bring down 2 more? Like
I'm going to
you're
eat
eating.
my own.
Oh,
There's
okay.
Plenty.
More for Michael. Yeah, sure.
No, I also intended to give him a gift today, but good news. I know where it's at now.
They found it again?
They found it again. It's in Milwaukee. It went from Oshkosh, Wisconsin to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where it's a little further away.
Yeah, but that sounds like more of a distribution thing, so...
Then why didn't it go there initially? It started off in freaking Missouri.
Nothing wants to say in misery.
It is misery. More for Michael. That's right. Hi, Giz. Good to see you. No, I had to stop and get med stuff because I was going to do it yesterday, but then some people pulled me into a video game.
Mm-hmm.
It started late anyway, but it's fine.
Not really. I think we started a pretty good time.
Yeah. Congratulations on turning 14. He's finally done. He's too old for Pony now, though. Pretty sure that's the cutoff age for Pony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sab. I'm switching to Paw Patrol.
Once you enter high school. No, Paw Patrol.
Like the delay.
I ordered it like in my mind. I'm like, oh, I'm getting it early. It'll be here in plenty of time for his birthday. I might even give it to him early. And then it's just like,
why'd you have that thought?
I cursed it. I'm expecting it to show up now and it's just been flattened into a pancake and it's just been like some dogs pissed on it or something.
You say that, but I have a great birthday present that's going to be taking God knows how long still.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have taken this long, but oh well, I guess.
See, maybe you just jinxed it. No, like I've put out I've had to put out 2 missing mail reports on this thing because it's just gone into the ether twice now. And they find it. They managed to find it. And they're just like, sorry for the delay. I'm like, then what are you freaking doing? Like, if you're not actually sorry, you lost it again. Should have gone, I hate to say it, because I like to think well of our U.S. Postal Service, but I should have gone this. And I'm not even sure if it's the Postal Service fault. They're probably getting a lot of budget cuts in everybody right now. I mean,
any company doing packages has the potential for problems.
Yeah.
So, like...
But twice now. I had to follow up on them.
Oh. For being wrecking and damaged freight, once something goes wrong once, the chances of something on that same thing happening again are so much higher because now everything else goes smooth when it's following the normal process, but as soon as you deviate from it, everything starts going wrong.
Yeah. Just, oof. I just ate dinner, so I have cake later. I saw leftovers, but I couldn't figure out what leftovers you guys ate.
I had some of the kung pao from yesterday. Oh. I actually brought it to work originally, but then they had tater tot hot dish in the cafeteria. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to have that, and then I'll just eat this as leftovers.
I ate some ribs.
Mm-hmm.
They were tasty.
Adam just put pizza. I'm like, no.
Oh, you're just going to put the 2 frozen pizzas in there?
No. He's eating out somewhere. I don't know.
No. You left the garage open.
I did the garbage, so yeah.
Oh, yeah. Somebody left
it. Normally I'll remember it, but I forgot.
It's fine.
No, it was me.
All the stuff in there is gone, but it's fine.
Very efficient.
Yeah.
I have the camera on it now anyway.
Yeah. They did a dance for your camera while they left with all the stuff.
Oh, good. Because then I can watch them shake the ass and watch themselves.
Yes.
And show me what they're working with.
I mean, that's some good information. So they all just have Applejack hats that they're tossing into the air.
I'm doing a couple.
They just make those hats. There's lots of them.
It's just literally everybody has Applejack's hat.
I never did care for the one episode that shows she just has a whole closet full of those hats, because then they did emphasize later that the hat was given to her by her father. I think that the first one at least was a gift.
Then watch her.
Yeah.
It looks like she throws it.
Yeah, it's cute.
Oh, well.
I still want a pony flipping through the air, though.
That works, but if I'm going to do it, I need to do it.
Launched.
Actually, no. I have the little babies.
Little babies?
Throwing their baby horses.
They throw a child.
There's now. In a moment of excitement, you're allowed to toss a child once in the air, and whoever catches it, it is now theirs. Okay. I had to move it because by doing that, now it's spinning the other way and it stands out as, it doesn't stand out as more unique, whatever. All right. When I searched hat, that was the first thing that came up, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
we're not doing Trixie's hat. That's a little much.
It's a little too individual. Chef's hat? That's fun. Oh, some black cowboy hat. Yes.
Mario's hat.
Why not? It's fun.
It's a bright color. I don't know if I want that bright. Just
well, that's from you downloaded it. Yay.
Oh, that actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that's a good hat.
Well,
I like that.
No.
Why not?
Without bones, it can't flop the way that it would with that size.
Party hat. It's like sure. I'm gonna head to Milwaukee in a month and a half, and better be here by then. I just can't believe 8 days was the last time it moved, and it basically went from 2 hours away over 8 days. Which feels a bit much. Just sit. But I think they lost track of it. Why?
Okay, I'm not able to. That's why. I was thinking, I'm like, they're the same name. Unknown is the same name. I do have to do this by lock.
Did get my time approved today for Cider Fest.
Until you get closer.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, you gotta. Can you do work instead?" No, I have not missed Cider Fest in probably been a decade now. I think the first year I went.
I don't think you missed it for a decade because did you ever go to the first one?
The first time we hung out was really hung out was at Cider Fest.
But,
and that was the year that
was his first year?
That was the year you did the Twilight thing with the dolphin. Was that the first year?
No.
No. Was that second year?
I think that was second year.
Okay, so 2014.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember it well. Or at least, I remember the con. The year is a little vague, but it was a very memorable con. I remember drinking myself stupid, sleeping on the floor with a bunch of vendors. It was very much, no money, real money in my pocket, taking the bus to get there. Getting stranded in Chicago on the way back. Never take Megabus for where you have to make connections.
But it sounds so cool.
It's cheap as heck. I managed to basically pay for a trip between Cincinnati, or it was actually Louisville, Kentucky, and Milwaukee, Wisconsin for $58 round trip. But if your bus is late getting to your destination and you miss the next bus, then you're just shit out of luck with Megabus. Greyhound will get you a taxi and they'll pay for it. Megabus won't. So if you have to take the bus and you can pay a little bit more for Greyhound, pay for Greyhound because they'll get you where you're going. Megabus won't. If it's a 1-to-1 stop, then sure, but yeah. You have to also be comfortable if you're taking the bus that it's going to take. a day and a half to get where you're going, especially if you have to change buses. I know a lot about riding the bus those days. And why not to do it? If you can afford it. What's with the pony with the brown horn?
Lazy.
That's fine. He's not even a unicorn. He's got poop on his head.
I never made a white version of the horns, so I'd have to go and make a white version of the horn and then recolor it, and I just was like, eh.
Oh, poop head.
His horn's a suppository.
I think that's true for all of them.
Is and can be. Not the same thing.
If you just use your imagination in the land of magical horses. Hello, sunset. We celebrated this young man's birthday while you were gone.
Yeah, he brought me cake.
Yeah,
and he says I'm number 4.
There. He's 4 years old.
I'm 4. I feel like the only reason you gave me 2 slices of cheesecake was because there was 2 candles and they wouldn't fit in one.
I mean that, and I felt like the pieces were a bit small, and I'm like, what if he wants a lot of cheesecake? You know how my brain works when it comes to food.
3 pieces.
Yes. You can have more if you want. There's plenty. There's a whole cheesecake upstairs. Wonder if your gift is still sitting in Milwaukee or if they've managed to move it.
They probably don't move things till overnight.
Well, they found it yesterday.
Oh.
So.
It's going to get here. It's not even going to have, like, your name on it. It's going to be some, like, other guy.
It's not even going to be the one I ordered. He just said, you know what, just give him this. It'll shut him up. No? Stomach is throwing a fit.
You know what it needs?
What's that?
Cheesecake.
It does not. Because I don't eat much during the day and I eat a huge meal when I get home. Nope, still Milwaukee. At least I'm happy I know they haven't lost it. That is somewhat reassuring.
Well, either that or they're like, all right, he's got 60 days to report a claim. If we keep him running around for a while, maybe he'll just forget about it.
Well, figuring out I had to cancel my first claim before I could make a second claim was also fun. Like, it wouldn't let me...
Fun?
Well, sarcastic fun. They wouldn't let me file a missing mail report because it said, you already did that. I'm like, yes, and then you found it, and then it went missing again. So I had to figure out how to cancel the first one so I could send another one. I thought about getting him like a confetti cake or a chocolate cake, and then my brain like fired off 2 neurons. Like, he likes cheesecake.
Mm-hmm. Confetti cake's fine too, but
it's just like a vanilla cake is all confetti cake is with sprinkles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's fun.
It's fun. If there was a pony cake, I absolutely would have got that. But if there's a pony cake in a store in 2025, it's been there for at least 7 years. Just has not moved.
They go out there like, you want this one? Yeah. There's a slice missing. Is that okay? Can I get like $5 off?
No. It's like, that's just our display cake. We haven't moved it in 12 years. I think that's fine.
It's not made of food. What is made of food?
Yeah. Deep questions. Hello, Nineski.
There, found a graduation cap.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one.
I didn't know if I had one, and then it just was there. I think I might have done something like this before.
I think that one's in TF2. Maybe?
Hmm.
I know I used a graduation cap for Twilight in my Bobbleheads mod years back. I don't know if it's the same one.
Okay, this one, at least this version of it, I'm going to extend its time.
I know it's called cheesecake, but it feels more like pie than cake. Like a cheese pie.
Yeah. Depends, I'm guessing, on who made it and whatever.
It's got crust. Cakes have crust.
Stale cakes.
The
Burnt cakes.
Burnt cakes have a crust? Yeah, there you go. Madness. We live in a mad world.
Well, what about Philly cheesesteak or Philly cheesecake?
What the heck's Philly cheesecake?
You put the cheesecake between two hoagies.
Two hoagie buns, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious. I can't think of another cake that has a crust. Pies have crust. It's a cheese pie, but nobody wants... people don't think... If somebody thinks cheese pie, you're thinking of like a pizza. You're not thinking of...
What about crab cakes?
Crab cakes? Well, they don't have a... They have a crust. Not really. They're just bread with crab in it.
Potato cake.
It doesn't have a crust either. It is the crust.
It's crispy.
It's crispy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just a pancake made of potato, though. Deep fried.
How's the cheesecake? It's a lot. I still have a drink, too. But it is done now. I've ate both cheesecakes.
Yep. He's full of cheesecake.
I am full of a lot of cheesecake.
There's more upstairs if you want.
Oh, no.
Eat half a cheesecake.
I'm feeling like when they had Bobby smoke all the cigarettes.
Is that what it is?
Like, do you want some cigarettes now? No.
That was a good episode, because later they found him smoking cigarettes, and they couldn't figure out why. Maybe it's because they addicted their son to nicotine.
Yeah. Well, especially if you've never done it, it's going to be horrible, but at the same time, the high is going to be immense.
Yeah.
Because it is still a drug.
Yeah. It replaces dopamine in your system. It's going to feel nice.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, the withdrawal is going to suck. All the harder.
Well, I know, but that withdrawal is going to be why he wants to do more of it again.
More, yes. It's addictions. Oh, boy. I was thinking about using that one piece of audio from the dinosaurs first scale, like you mentioned. The one where there's like, son, I got you a pony. It's a juicy one, and I filled it with frosting. That one. But I can't think of any way to do that without it being lewd.
I think I have an idea for the Rainbow Dash falling off the cloud one. Because the short itself... Can I show it?
Yeah. I mean, you're showing this, and this is going to anthology.
Yeah, I guess. Because it's nothing without the credits, actually.
There's like 2 people here, so...
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I don't think there's any... Hold on, I just want to make sure there's nothing in my chat with him that is a problem.
Nine Scheme might say something.
Okay, as long as I don't scroll up. Because it has the link for my Dropbox to download the raw files thing. So, anyway, so I don't know who made this. And I'm going to keep it very small. Can I get smaller?
It's pretty small. They're going to have a hard time.
There we go. They're small. So it's just Rainbow Dash Fallen and with the headphones on. And then she goes to the cloud, but then she falls in the water. And that's where the credits are going to be. So he needs something following before that to have it lead into. You have
to match the beauty. That was beautiful.
You know, it was. That's why I'm going to make it trash. So my idea was, because she's not just falling, she has headphones in. I found headphones, animating headphones. Like somebody in the comments of the headphones said these are a bear animate, because it's the whole wire. So anytime you do any movement, you can't tie it to anything. So yeah, that sucks.
I'm just imagining her like breathing in the clouds through her nostrils and then breathing them out through her mouth. There's something like,
yeah, but she's going downwards, so that it's going past her nose.
Slow it down.
No. So what I thought about doing was making it meta, and it's going to be the last thing in anthology, and this is going to be a very long anthology. So I thought, well, how do we get Rainbow Dash off the cloud? I'm like, well, I could have her sleeping and fall off the cloud. And then, like... Are
you starting the fall or are you mid-fall?
I'm the one starting it. So I thought I can have her sleeping and falling. I'm like, well, what would she be sleeping on? And I thought about having, like, 3 horses. Rainbow Dash isn't shown at the beginning, but then having them say, like...
Talking?
Yeah, like talking and saying like, oh, wow, something about like, wow, wasn't that the best anthology ever? Like, yes, that was very exciting. What do you think, Rainbow Dash? And she's just sleeping. Or something like that, talking about how long anthology is, or like, holy shit, that was a long anthology. What the fuck? And then have Rainbow Dash sleeping, but then she falls off the cloud. And like, is she gonna be okay? And like, no, she'll be fine. And then just have it end there. Because then it's being meta about, no, we're not doing poop mattress for it. That one I don't know how to make it
push her
work
off
for.
The poop mattress.
But so that would be a way to do it where she's sleeping and falling off and still being calm about things. And it would lead into it being a reference to the end of anthology. So yeah, and it wouldn't be that difficult, because putting them on a cloud in the sky, that's a scene build I can do in like an hour. So boom, done. Okay, see, Rainbow Dash is falling with style with headphones on, then the headphone cord snaps. Taunt jerks during the headphones off and flipping her around, and she belly flops into the water. But that would be modifying what's there. Yeah, I'm playing the
beautiful. That was wonderful animation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm doing the lead up is what he wants. And like he said in this but this section is where it falls in the water, and that directly goes into the credits going to the right.
Oh my goodness.
Implies it's Rainbow Dash flying beforehand. That leads this kind of free fall, kind of in flying. It's flying, she's in the sky. I don't have a solid idea for what the short would even be, but it doesn't have to be anything long. So essentially, it's free anything.
I want to know what the artist was.
We'll figure it out then. That is the credits.
Yeah.
It's off to the side for the point of the credits. It is very pretty, though.
It's very pretty. I love, like, stuff like that, especially when it involves horses.
Yeah, anthology has like the weirdest shit, but then every now and then you get like the one little foal with the camera.
The featherweight.
Yeah, like that was like a gorgeous animation. That's like, why are you in anthology? Get out and do cool things.
No, that does do cool stuff.
Well, I know, but like it just is such a cool thing, and like anytime we're watching anthology live and that one comes on, like the whole audience freaks out for like the first 5 seconds, because the music at the beginning is so iconic,
and they get real quiet as they watch it.
Mm-hmm. And then it's always cheering. It's cheering at the beginning, silence, and then cheering at the end, because nobody wants to interrupt it. Well, they'll sometimes do the claps with it, because like bump bump, yeah, they'll clap with it.
I think it's when Jane does the nostalgia panel and Lullaby for a Princess comes on, and everybody just gets real quiet. You can hear humming and like reverence to that animation. I feel like that's like I hear like ending ceremonies as brony church, but if you get a bunch of bronies into a room and put on Lullaby for a Princess, that's brony church. That is the ugliest baby monster. Don't you have the cakes?
I think I do. Well, they're called like cupcake, right?
Well, I think Cupcake is their mom.
Carrot. No, not Carrot.
Their dad. Get this right. I'm not helping you.
Cheesecake?
No.
Pumpkin.
Yeah, that's one of them. There you go.
No, that's an adult one.
Yeah.
Or grown up. There it is.
The other one is pound cake.
I think pound's gonna look better. No, they're both ugly.
They are the ugly baby models, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna.
The babies are ugly, and like the super tiny babies. That's what that's my one gripe about the episode The Perfect Pair, is they use the ugly baby models instead of the young full model.
I didn't realize this is actually the chubby CMC model they actually did for that. I don't remember downloading that, which is probably the case with a lot of things.
Yeah. No, pony babies are grotesque little monsters until they hit like 3 years old.
Oof. I need to hide this, or this is not going to go. Mm-hmm. That works better. Yeah, now you got that song in your head, don't you?
Yeah, I do. It's a good song.
Nope.
Just horrifying.
I'm actually just going to do it over a time period and then just take the best. Oh, that didn't go select enough. Oh,
That was like snap.
I probably should do it from down here, because then I have to go side to side. Okay, so I can probably just grab like this part, and we'll put that like right there.
I kind of like the idea of Scootaloo walking up and wanting to like sleep next to Rainbow Dash and just accidentally knocks her off the cloud. That would be cute and then also funny. But I just live here.
No, because I don't know. I like the idea of it being meta, like self-referential to itself, and it's going to be like an hour and 45 minutes, the whole video.
Oh, it's going to be over 2 hours. The final release. Jay's already said that he has to that the final release on the internet is going to be different from the one he has to show in the at the con because of time limitations.
Yeah, which means it's going to be the best anthology ever.
It's going to be a hard to beat 6. 6 is still my favorite. 7 I felt was good, but it was a lot of like in the moment memes that nobody's going to get like even a few months after.
That's anthology.
No, the early anthologies weren't memes. They were just funny narratives.
It's just
songs.
I don't. If there's like one thing that I'm glad that we don't still do as a lot of, but that still happens a lot. Memes are fine, but when all the jokes are just taking existing ideas that somebody that had a smart mind and everything created a fun meme, and then all they did is just copied it. Literally take everything that made that meme the meme and then just put horses on it. It is showing zero creativity from the user's part.
But I like ponies with hats.
But it's, and I can understand if you try to like add something to it or whatever, or if you still go and do your own thing. But if that's 100%, like if all anthology was just those, I would hate anthology. But anthology has so many unique things that are just, people came up with a new joke. Like out of nowhere, and like Derpy getting going and running into the sign, and they were doing the super long lead up to it. Like, that was funny. And it was taking old audio, but then they made it their own in something, not just copying the idea of it. And it was like, I liked it. But
so my thing is funny.
but I've never seen anybody use that as a joke. You're not just taking the meme and adding horses. You're taking a scene and then changing the meaning of it by adding the horses. That's a little different. And I've never seen a meme around anyway. So
yeah.
Though that's different. But if it's just there's no change in the meaning because there's horses, it's just now there's horses. That's just I don't get it. I like to try to be creative and different. And
I was supposed to work on it yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
And I didn't. And now I feel like I have to make up some lost time somewhere. But it's not going to be tomorrow. Try maybe tonight after the stream.
Throwing this child in the air is going to be rough because...
No, that's super light.
Oh, no.
Really chuck it.
Center of rotation. They won't rotate from their butt. So I do have to load in a helper model. And find the center of rotation. I think that's already in that land.
That song's just going to be stuck in my head for a while now.
I think the center of rotation is probably going to be right about there.
What do you think the chances are Deadly Comics has done a few for this anthology? I hope so.
I have no idea. I could probably figure it out, but I don't care enough.
You should. I would. He does another thing.
Okay, that feels...
I'm far with that video.
That's not quite center, actually. Center is probably closer to like... Oop. Actually, no, I can move this down. No, not that one. This one.
I think my least favorite anthology was probably the last
like there.
one. I had to pick.
Yeah, that's much better.
It had a huge section in it that had nothing to do with My Little Pony.
Yeah, that was... They did fine in what they put there, but it didn't belong in anthology.
No.
It just didn't work. And that wasn't a full anthology, though technically everything that was a decimal was.
Yeah.
I know they were trying to make it like that it was less effort, so let's do a fraction, but then they still were just as long and just not quite as much effort. Like the intro and the outros always tended to be really big in the old ones, and I'm thinking they're trying to do the same thing with these ones.
Yeah.
Like probably my favorite intro, was the one where they had like the news and everything at the beginning, and they were like doing the breaking thing, and they were splicing in other news things and then the brony ones, and like it was something funny about it. It was just so good.
I think that was 6, wasn't it?
Oh, what do you have? Flying rotating falls? Because when they do their excited thing here, I'm having them throw things in the air, so I'm adding like hats and stuff.
Yeah.
And so we're adding
babies.
We're adding a foal because it would be funny.
Yeah, anybody with kids has thought about throwing babies.
I'm not putting the foal up front though, because it would be hard to see because it would be moving so quick. So instead, we're gonna move it like, kind of over here. This one, I'm just gonna custom do the motion for it. So we have to keep the baby out of the way. Nope. Although there's the helper, good. All right, let's get the actress on here. So it's gonna run.
Look at that turkey drinking that juice. Oh, Matt.
Baby's gonna fall a little quicker because of momentum. That's a little Matt. Well, is Pumpkin the female?
Yes.
So, like, are you bothered by this?
No, the babies are little abominations.
If you could have a baby horse that was like this, would you take it?
Yes, because the expectation would be
No.
it would grow up.
No, it's forever that way.
Oh. No.
That's all you get, though.
I think it has to stay with its mom.
Let it bake a little bit more.
Mom can come.
That's what she said.
This was one of those things, but I heard it after I said it. Anthology 7 short fireworks. Yes.
Oh yeah, that one was fun. Like, there's been a few of the anthology shorts that were just really fun to make. Fireworks was one of them. I was enjoying myself making it.
I remember the torture watching you just bombard ponies with fireworks.
I really wish, like, now with the RAM limit change, yeah. I could have added way more horses. Like, that was the one thing I didn't like about that, is it didn't feel like a crowd.
Mm-hmm. Now, that was a pretty big thing to fix in Source. Was that RAM limit? Could probably bring in some more detailed models with that mod, though. People would have to like port them from Blender. Probably wouldn't be super difficult, but not a task for one person. Blender has some pony models that are specific to Blender, but most everything pony related has been made for Source.
But yeah, I have to be careful, because I need to make sure that you can't see the child leading up to it, and then after they're thrown, that.
Just toss that baby.
So
that's something people are gonna see like after the fact. I
actually love about this right now is that I it's not too high because heavy baby, and it kind of is sneaky in there, but still just enough that like this baby's like, hey,
there's gonna be comments like down the road.
And originally I was just gonna have him do a 180, but I like the fact that at least towards the side you can see that he's definitely not gonna land on his feet. He's going down. Okay, the other question I have is lighting. How does the baby look when the lights are on?
Dark.
Not great. I might change the position. But that corner is a little darker, so it's probably the cause. Cheers, Switch. It's framed by 2 hats now.
I like the position. It's just the lighting is really rough here.
Yeah. Well, it's probably angle, actually. If I change the angle to do more like, say, maybe like this, that does help a little bit.
Yeah.
The underlights are a little
room in general.
Well, what I can probably do, there's really not much for underlight right now because I didn't really want there to be too many. What I can do, or at least for the audience, I didn't want too many. I don't think I have any underlights for the audience. Maybe. This, I don't think I need, actually. Yeah, that's because Twilight's not in here anymore. Without the lights, I literally can't right-click it.
Did you decide against Mare?
What?
Did you decide against Mare?
Oh, yeah, if I want to get the other one done, it's just not going to be worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing another underlight. That's the still the back. Yeah, this is the only under one I know of. That's me.
Yes.
Probably not. Okay.
RB. I will be RB as well.
There. This should work a little better. I turned off all the lights, but kind of. I need to figure out positioning first. So this should be, I'm probably gonna have to do this in 2. Because if I do it in too much, I'm gonna hit Celestia and that's just gonna change her lighting. So this needs to get a little wider, probably a decent more intense, and doesn't look like the cut on is anything. Cut off's nothing. Min? Because I'm seeing some stuff. Their eyes. Okay. Their eyes make sense. That does mean that there's a value that is off. Okay, where's that light? Okay, so it is a distance thing. I already can tell though that this needs to be like this. Now that I can see the light, it's easier to work around. So the max is not the problem. Cutoff is. There we go. So this is one thing I gotta be a little careful about, and I might be able to adjust it a bit, is I'm coming like light from hard on top and on the bottom, but then there's kind of this middle bit line that's not really working. What I can probably do to fix that.
It's got more good news.
Huh.
Your package is moving.
To northern Milwaukee.
Probably. It just says in transit, the next facility. It doesn't say where.
So did they move it because you put in the request, or did they move it because of somebody else just kicking box around for like soccer and they're like, oh, this is actual package?
Well, they dug it up and it's well behind schedule at this point. So I would think because I told them figure out where it is, they got it on the next truck.
Did you do Flurry Heart going mama and it was like cursed? I did that video. I don't know.
Mama.
I think I looked up like toy audio. I don't know. I don't think it was like a voice or
You did the voice of Twilight. That.
Which one?
The rocket surgery.
Oh yeah, that was just heavy breathing. That was the heavy breathing was me. I don't mind doing little sounds for stuff that if I need. I just don't have an environment for doing voice acting, because I would, if you're going to do voice acting, you should probably have like an actual like sound shield right in front of the microphone.
You get all the plushies
and
you stack them up.
And I just don't want to set up like things for stuff like that. All right, so this would be zero lighting underneath them.
Don't you all agree, chat, that he just needs more plushies, and then he could definitely get that set up?
I don't want to go beyond that, because otherwise I'm starting to get into like I'm lighting them, and this is now just balancing out, like negating things. So now, where's the child? Okay.
Actually, the lighting's much better on that kid now.
It's not hitting him at all.
No, but I can tell.
It's no that
lit. Maybe it's
no, that light isn't hitting him. I have to move it.
It's a her, by the way.
No,
him.
Whatever.
It's a baby. It's an it.
There. So
Children
now
are
this
they're
one,
like
yeah.
3.
So now you can see baby.
Yeah.
Before baby was not lit. Now the baby's decently lit.
If I ever had a kid and I was put in charge of naming that kid's name would probably be baby or kid for the first 5 years of its life.
Abomination. Come.
Pop mock on my life. Great. I'm sure the child grew up very normal.
I'm not going to bother like animating the hair. I think it's funnier to just go with it as it is. Though I'm thinking their ear. I thought their ears were kind of floppy. Or is it just because they're like super ugly foals? Nope, they're just ugly foals.
No one's that cute green mare though.
She got a baby.
She's got a baby right in her butt. Or the baby's butt right in her face. That's all.
Kill it.
I know they were just giving away babies.
Oh, baby. All right. I don't like adding lights to the shot, but I did get rid of one, so I guess that does offset a little bit. All right, so we have a baby. I like the idea of like confetti, but confetti is super hard to do right.
Can I have them like fireworks?
No, that's even harder. Fireworks in a building.
I like the idea of them just setting something on fire.
That would have to be a cut. There's nothing I'd be able to do here. Having a go to a cut where they're just like starting furniture on fire and like beating people. And I'll just call the video January 11th.
No.
No, because then that's extending. It's making their crazy the joke, not her speech. And I don't want to have it be that.
Part of the joke. That they're crazy.
If I had more time, like adding a couple shots of that, sure, it would change the joke, but it would, at least from a laugh perspective, extend the laugh. Especially just end with like Celestia just smiling still, as like you can see like flashes of fire and gunshots and screaming. I like that video too. Great job. Yeah, that one was that one took way too long for what it was. The baby time.
Baby time. I thought I remembered it going pretty fast.
No, for what it was, it took. Actually, it's really easy to figure out how long things take. I think that video, which if you watch the live stream channel, I do have the recordings coming up. No, it's funny. You can go to
how much does
videos, and this is my channel. What am I doing?
A couple hundred views. Oh wait, yeah, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
I'm looking for live. It's probably live streams. Yeah, there we go. That's why I didn't find it. Now, if you go to videos on here, the icon is what the video was. That's what takes these the longest usually. So you can kind of get an idea as to how long things take visually.
I have a couple people watching these.
If anywhere from like 20 to 60 views per.
That's pretty good.
But this one, since it sat for a while before I got another one up, that one took a while, or got like 279. But
they thought you were dead.
And then this was the anthology short. And then there's like, we do the request streams. I do that for it. I was just making like this one just took forever.
Like how all those are butt shots.
This was just a little short thing. 2 days of that. 1 day for that one. She's a Dash was only 4.
You made it quick.
No, there's no way. Oh no, there's a bunch missing. There was a gap of streams that I lost recordings for because of the flood. I ended up not having them recorded. So Cheez It Dash lost a bunch because it went 906 to 911.
Those two are just big derp.
It's this big derpy.
Oh.
No, I think this is the gap. 959, 860. Yeah, there's 862 to 869. Also, I had some recordings lost because I just was sometimes lazy on getting it pulled from Twitch.
Yeah.
And it just caused some problems.
Consumed by the ether.
Well, back when I was actually doing some other stuff.
What other stuff?
But the Baldur's Gate, I think, was the only game stream I've put up here in a while.
Wait, did you just only embers? All the derpies.
Here's that one. Maybe I didn't. No, there it is.
4.
So.
Oh, okay, there's more.
Actually, that's more than or this is less than I thought. I thought there's gonna be more than this. So, and those are all congruent. Yeah. So that was 9 streams.
Yeah.
Well, that's not too bad. This one, I burned through that
3
one.
streams. Yeah.
I put a lot of time on the side to getting it done. And then they say it took a while, but that one just had so much animation. Like, let's do it with a cigar. Yeah. God, I used to put a lot more game streams up. That one didn't even have one. Why don't these have any?
Any what?
Title cards.
Yeah,
some of these might be unlisted. I do upload the Jackbox stream still. I just don't make them public just because it's just lazy. Then I'm getting to the point where I stopped. I started doing them that long time. Face. Yeah, that is you. Hello, fellow kids. Yeah, making the thumbnails takes a while. I wanted to go back and do it, but then I'm a little scared that if I keep going backwards, I might accidentally miss time. Because if I don't have it uploaded and there was like a 3-week gap there where I had recordings but never uploaded them to that channel, yeah, then I'm gonna have a problem. But there is so many. Did I close this? There is literally years of streams on here. We're in 2017. This one was us playing Mass Effect Andromeda on release weekend 8 years ago.
The game was fun.
I had 10 hours in the campaign and 200 in the multiplayer.
Yeah.
I loved the multiplayer. Never touched the campaign. Didn't have fun with it. Oh. Oh, no, that's Australia. I thought that was the intro we have. How far back does this go? I think it's all my live streams.
Yeah. Back to the first one.
Yeah, this is going back to making Luna's Banishment.
Memories.
This isn't the beginning of streams. This was when I was uploading them. And they're not even in the right order. Well, okay, they might be in the right order on the playlist.
If you click on that one, the Australia one, you might see me in chat.
Chat wasn't shown on screen.
No, you're right. Then you won't.
I know. I don't put chat on screen. I never get the chat on screen thing. Yeah, the remembrance. And we're playing apparently Borderlands 2. Yeah, it's Borderlands 2. But yeah, some of these 802 views, 754. My really old ones actually have a decent amount of views. But if you go to the very oldest one, yeah, almost 2,000. But if there's going to be an extreme,
it's gonna be the first one. Yes, there's only so much Scootaloo because thinking back, he's done a lot of Scoot abuse. He's launched her from a catapult. He's filled her with baking soda. He's thrown her off of a roof now. He's put her in a blender. Hit her with a tractor. He's just a monster. Threw her in a rainbow punching machine.
I thought about putting a hammer, but you're probably not going to see it. SFM's motion blur is pretty crappy, and if you were to throw a hammer and it was spinning with the motion blur, it would become all blur. The hats and stuff you can get away with, especially once it's its peak. The hammer, you're not going to notice anything. And I don't think I really need much more than what I kind of did there. Just get their initial excitement of throwing some stuff up. There's a kid in the background, but beyond that, probably might just be able to leave it. I wish I could check what it looks like with the lighting on, but there's no way for me to do it without having just crappy frame rate. I may be able to at least see what a couple like screenshots would look like. Like this one, there's a little hard to see what it is, but I think it's yeah, you can still kind of see when it rises up.
I might need to find this this RAM fix thing because my video is already starting to chug and crash.
It's chugging is always going to happen. The crashing it will reduce significantly. It doesn't help for performance. It will just help keep you from crashing. Even like right now, I'm at 2200 megabytes. That is the highest I've ever seen the RAM get on anything I've done with the RAM fix, and that's still 1000 megabytes from max. Well, 1100 something. I think those hats look fine. They're going to be a little blurred. That's what you would expect. They're not in focus. So I do kind of want to move the camera up just a teeny bit though, only because when they're jumping up right now at this point, I think, or Celestia gets covered a little bit. Oh, that's by the hats. Okay. I need to make sure she's pretty well visible the whole time because you can see everything in focus, but the actual processing is going to be looking like this. Having nothing in focus is a little weird. So I'm thinking, well, let me put the hats in the way and see when it defocuses. Yeah, that should still be fine. I think I still might move it up just a hair. Ooh. Yeah, like that. It's not much, but it helps her stand out a bit more while they're kind of freaking out. She's like, settle down, people, and they're just
those crazy horses.
Just sit down. Okay, I think that should be good.
Car just runs up and has to like fight off the crowd.
The other thing I can think of throwing in the air is a Lauren Foss plush. But best I can do for that is just load in the model. But
it's just gonna look like a tiny Lauren Faust.
Yeah, and it won't look like a plush because a plush would like kind of flop all over, but you're not gonna get flopping. You're just gonna have a stiff model because I'm not gonna animate like physics on the model. Anyway,
you can have him throw a kitchen sink. Oh, it's kind of funny.
If I add another stupid item, I would have to add a lot of other items too. Not stupid items. I'd have stupid
from the baby.
Stupid items are only funny if they're a small portion of it.
Yeah.
If everything is stupid stuff, then nothing is stupid because it's just the situation is stupid, not that item. Right. So if I had like 3 times more hats, hell yes, I would put a kitchen sink in there. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to add that many hats. All right. So here, this is the shot that's going to be a little bit more confusing. So we're actually going to mark this a little different. Let's just mark it black. And okay, so I'm doing this because this shot is going to have to be split into multiple files. It's the only real way to make that work. I could, from a RAM perspective, I could keep it all in one. Well, I technically can keep it in one because of the RAM thing now. But I still have to split it. So I'm not going to move this one. This one I'm going to keep exactly as it is because I still need one that's rendered with Celestia in the front. That's what this will be. The audience then, and actually I could probably like literally render Celestia into every shot. My concern with that is I don't want to deal with like masking over her multiple times, potentially oopsies or something. So I'll maybe just leave her in there. But we need to fill these chairs. Cheers, Filmer Bunny.
Yes.
Have you considered selling a training video comedy roles for SFM Shorts 101? I'm not. Well, it's not. It's not.
Roles.
It's not.
Strict.
It's not as much that it's. It's nothing I've looked up or anything. It's just I'm trying to think of like how a joke is structured and how to tell it correctly. And sometimes doing Zoomer humor, stupid, screaming, arms flailing, jumping around is fine. That's not my type of humor, but it doesn't mean that it isn't a type of humor. So
don't encourage them by telling them it's fine. It's not.
I'm using your word.
Jokes should have a narrative. They should make sense. They should be coherent at the very least. If you're just like, poop stains, Jim Cramer, that's not a joke. I'm sure what I just said would have made Adam lose his shit for reasons I will never understand.
But he would have said, yo! Or something. Yeah. All right. So this is... I don't really want to color it green. We're gonna mark it a little different. Let's I can't do extra light because I can't do the math on that. So let's do just darker. So it's gonna be a darker orange and I'll do a darker green. I want something to it's the orange that I usually would use for an in progress shot. That's what I'm using it for. Okay. So first transition point. I can fill all these chairs. Filling all these chairs
Didn't you just have all the chairs filled?
I can't
render it with everything.
I can't remember what the math was. It's more of let me double check the math. Because this was like 200 something, I think. So this was 6, 12, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1. So 6 times 4 is 24, plus 12 is 36, 37 chairs. 37 times 4 is 74, 148. So we have 148.
Yeah.
How many are in this shot? So this is let's do that one last. So this is 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 5. So 6 times 7. Okay, we did this math last time. So 7 is 35, 42. 42 plus 5 is 47. And then this is 15 plus 47 is 62 times 4. So we're talking like 240. That's like a lot more.
Yeah.
So I'm already running at like 2 FPS on the other one.
Mm-hmm.
But if we remove these seats, that's getting rid of 60 horses.
Yeah.
That helps a lot. So I'm wondering if this could barely be done and then this one would be off on the side as kind of the offset, because this would make the transition super easy. Where if I did this one, technically I would have to use this like middle row right here as like a transition row and have it be in both groups, and that just makes it annoying.
Yeah.
Zoomer humor makes sense in a very primitive monkey brain kind of way. Zoomer humor is about
stimulation.
It's about stimulation, and
that's all it is.
And that's why I just don't get it, because I like stimulation. I don't need it in the same interval that a Zoomer would.
Well, the thing is, they've basically grown up with a tablet or...
Oh, no, it's not their fault. They were raised in a very different world than we were.
Yes. It's the equivalent of they've become so numb to stimulation because they're so overly stimulated when they were little that they need the equivalent of a car battery hooked to their nipples to feel anything. That's what it is.
When there was videos watching about like somebody saying you need to be bored by having all the stimulation constantly, where anything you do requires that, like, if you are sitting at a walk ready to walk across and you have 20 seconds and you pull out your phone to look at something, like, we're so programmed to that you're never bored, that you're never giving yourself time to introspect on everything. So you're focusing on the short term and never the long term, where boredom is where you start thinking about maybe the question you don't want to think about, but you need to think about the things that are longer, more important, like, where am I going in life, those kind of things. But if you're always stimulating, always looking at that, you're never planning. And that it's important to be bored sometimes. And it makes sense. I sometimes will, like, just not thinking about things, like, just not have a phone, no nothing. That's actually what I like about, like, bonfire time. Sometimes it's like, sometimes when people talk about, sometimes you just stare at the fire for like 15 minutes.
Space out.
Yeah, well, not even space out. You think your brain's running, you're thinking, but you're not having stimulation. I like that.
I need to turn off sometimes because it's too much. Life can be a lot. Like, I don't even think Zoomer humor is necessarily funny because it doesn't need to be. It just needs to be stimulating. It needs to check enough boxes as rapidly as possible to get through what is essentially a wall of numbness to stimulation. It's about loud noises, big explosions, some guy going womp womp womp, all at the same time, to penetrate this layer of, like, what is required to get through, like, on any level, to these kids who have grown up with it constantly. Like, I would hate having to just be like, hey kids, want to watch this Disney film that I enjoyed when I was a kid, and them not be able to pay attention because it's not doing enough stuff fast enough to hold their interest.
That's not every Zoomer, but no, it is going to be really hard to find some that aren't that in some way. Well, thank you very much, Gentle Spark. I plan to. That's kind of what, like, this is, I guess. Like, still doing anthology.
Like, when I was growing up, my parents wanted to just get me to sit down. They'd turn on a movie. But I don't know if that would be enough for some kids anymore.
Like, I feel like movies are, like, I like watching movies sometimes, but it's not something I can just always do. I can't just watch a movie then end the movie. I'm okay with TV shows because I like having a little bit smaller, compact something. Like, in hours, like in TV hours, so like 40 something minutes, that's about the most amount of time I'd want to watch a piece of video content, where I would rather, a video game to me is more entertaining than a movie. I'd rather just go and play a video game for an hour. But I feel like that is sometimes, depending on the video game, a little bit of zone out. Where the movie, you're trying to pay attention to a story, depending on the video game, it's less thinking.
That's why a lot of kids will play the video game and then also have something going on a secondary monitor.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Like, it's because the video game's not enough.
Yeah, I can't do that. If I'm playing a video game, I'm basically in that video game. Even if it's like a roguelike without a story, I will probably be just playing the video game without anything extra. Especially if it's story driven, but doesn't have to be. Though if I, like, put on music and stuff, it definitely can be more enjoyable, but also, like, I feel like if I'm putting on music, the whole point of, or a video game has music. And it feels like if I'm just putting on other music, I'm taking myself out of a bit of what that game gave me. So I don't want to do that. The funny thing about this is the way I'm doing this. Mm-hmm. If you compare the two shots, there's going to be different horses in each of the scenes.
Yeah, they move around. They're playing musical chairs while they're a bunch of Zoomers.
Yeah, they're like,
just listen to the Queen.
The moment that you stop looking, they just all get up and start smooching. But the moment the camera comes back, it's boom, they're back in the chairs.
They stop smooching.
Yeah, there's no longer smooching.
Musical smooching. You want me to do the impression of an air fryer? I feel like we just talked about this.
You gotta do it. Are you an F1 car?
Ding! Fries are done. Ding, fries are done. I work at Burger King making flavored Whopper. I wear paper. Remember that? Remember that meme? Video?
Would you like some fries with that?
Yes. Would you like some fries with that? Ding, fries are done.
No, I know. Am I doing copying? This is.
But you see, that was funny, and it had a narrative about a guy who worked at Burger King.
Yeah, and like
song based around a Christmas.
And I wouldn't. Yeah, I would say like most, like even Zoomer jokes to a degree have a narrative, but what a Zoomer joke tends to have is it has a wind up and a punchline, but nothing in the middle. So it has something that leads to something, but millennial humor tends to be that you're trying to direct somebody on a specific path to get to the punchline. And I like that way more. I feel
like the wind up and the punchline of Zoomer humor don't necessarily have to have anything to do with one another. It's just random.
But I'm pretty sure my parents thought the same thing with jokes when I was growing up too. But
I don't know, man.
But my concern now is even with Gen Alpha and Gen Beta, or whatever it's going to be after that, of if from millennial to Zoomer, or like not even see that from like Gen X to millennial to Zoomer, and how our need for that dopamine hit is getting ever so small. Like, what is it going to get to? Like, it's kind of getting like with AI and stuff now, where you have constant things that you can interact with that are always telling you that you're always the best and never something that's wrong. And like, it's going to be interesting.
I think it's made us more susceptible to the abuse and control from others, because we're like, oh, the world outside's burning. Well, so long as I have my Pokemon / television show / music / guy screaming in my ear.
Michael, if the world was on fire, but you had a cute horse,
like a real cute horse,
no, like you had a derpy,
like a real derpy,
yeah, like a real derpy, would you care?
No, I got my derpy.
Yeah, like you don't care. World's burning. Fuck the world.
If they hurt my derpy, I will absolutely kill everyone around me, even if it's not their fault. Like, there will be chaos. Cool, my cool little horse.
This is my little derpy. Like, look, Michael, you have a derpy. Like, you better, if you touch my derpy, I'll fucking murder you.
That's one meme I really want to see made into a pony skit. One where she's like, I just met her, but if anything happened to her, I'd kill everyone in this room and then myself. Deathless horse. I don't know if that one's been done with horse yet, but I feel like it needs to happen at some point.
I would be very surprised if it hasn't.
I'll kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Michael, is this your favorite seat?
No, it's the worst one. It's gross. I say burn the seat and don't let those.
That's why it's on its own. So in case it becomes flammable.
Stay away from the
Actually, I probably don't even need them. Camera's not moving, so I could.
A short render time. Get rid of the stallions.
Well, that wouldn't do too much.
Kind of see his hair a little bit, but
okay, I am noticing here duplicates.
So what? They're twins.
I'm probably not going to care. It depends. So these are very light-haired horses surrounded like in here by darker-haired with the lights on. Yeah, it stands out a little bit more. This is an easy fix though. So this one is not over here. So we just take this horse, move her here, and we take this horse. Good. Puffy Poof.
Okay, Puffy Poof.
Puffy Poof is there.
Yeah, let's go to Puffy Poof.
And then Salmon goes there. There, problem solved. Nice and easy. These two. Let's see here.
I like how in this scenario, Sunset, I've just mentally devolved into a toddler and have the ability to destroy the world.
I just bought a waffle bowl maker today. Rare few women understand the glory of the Three Stooges. It's sad. Yeah. I think part of what makes the jokes funny is that the punchline is somehow unexpected. Zoom humor is unpredictable. Therefore, it's always unexpected and therefore funny. It's not as much that it's what they do is, that actually is a pretty good distinction where they do everything is unexpected, where I think millennial humor is kind of more similar to what Monty Python would say is the humor.
Joke. Yeah.
Well, no, it's not doing the unexpected. It's subverting your expectations.
Yes.
It's creating an idea of like, that's what I'm exactly doing here is the idea with this is I'm subverting expectations in that first Celestia is up doing a speech to everybody. And then the expectation would not be that she's like saying they're all stupid. But then also you would not expect, especially by some of their reactions, that they would get all cheerful about it. You would expect them to be like, boo. So like that, I am kind of doing that.
Monty Python.
I love subverting expectations.
Was also really good about taking something ridiculous and treating it very seriously. And the best example of that was the Ministry of Silly Walks, which is a classic skit.
The insult place.
Yes.
Oh, that was also a really good one.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
They're like, why are you yelling at me? This is insults. This is arguments. Oh, like, oh, you want to be, or no, this is insults. You want arguments. They're next door. Oh, okay. To go around there.
It's like, your time is up. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Your time is up. You have to go. And he's like, well, no, it isn't. It's like, yes, it is. It's like, but you're still arguing with me, which means that it isn't up yet. I love it.
And then there's a pause like, no, I'm not. It's like, this is an argument. You're just being negative. You're saying everything in the opposite.
Yes, you're just being contrary. It's not the same.
So yeah, stuff like that was fun. Yeah, that is. But I love subverting expectations. Yes. That's what most of the funny stuff I've done has been about focusing on that.
I think the most random skit they ever did, and the joke was the transition from the dead parrot joke to the lumberjack. How it just kind of merged into the, like, a song about a dead parrot and then merged into a song about a lumberjack who also wears ladies' clothing. So, there is some random to it, but at least there's, like, a loose narrative that's being followed. Even if it does diverge at times. I feel like Zoomer humor took a lot of what previous generations said was humor, got like the gist of it and then boiled it down to its essence, but then forgot the rest.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Do I want to move the camera?
I don't know. Do you? Move it closer to that horse.
No, not move it permanently. Move it over time. Because I wasn't kind of doing it before because like there's a lot of people and I know why they do it. They'll do the camera wiggle. Mm-hmm. And some people are way too aggressive with it. I do it a lot, but I'm very minimal about it. But the main reason for doing that is because the moment a camera doesn't move at all, everything becomes pixel sharp at the edges. And if you have any movement at all, aliasing takes over and it smooths out a lot of those edges. Also, it makes it feel more like you're like there instead of like a static camera somewhere. I don't want to do like the shaky bits with this. It's more about doing like the pans, the zooms, those kind of things.
Oh, Fidget the Batacorn. Got lots of E's going on.
Fidget's been here before.
Yeah. No Fidget. Writers had to be far more creative to make jokes. Toilet humor was not allowed. I don't know, man. I've seen a lot of like adult cartoon. Toilet humor seems just alive and well to me.
Toilet humor is fun until like you do Skibbity, and it's just
that's humor. I think it's humor. Is that humor? Is it funny?
Okay, does that work?
Yeah.
I think if anything, I'm going to go a little bit more to the side, and then I'm going to turn. I want to have her be kind of the central look in this. Okay, that's better. I wanted it to feel like it's turning a little bit around her as the pivot point, and before it was kind of like there until I like shifted it to the right and then it adjusted it. Nothing like hearing the EAS alert sound about a Amber Alert while I'm currently under a tornado watch.
Oh no. A child went missing during a tornado watch. See her fly through the air. There she is. There she goes. Found her.
I think my issue is like, so let's say that I moved the camera here and I had it doing like a pan in. The problem is I'm going right back to a very similar shot. So it feels weird if I'm going forward and then I'm backing up and doing it again. So like, And I tried seeing if there was something I could do with these shots.
You all smell it are very stupid.
No, I finished Skibby Toilet. I had my fill. I watched over an hour of Skibby Toilet, which is more than enough for anyone.
You all smell. You all.
I don't know what happened with when like oldest FM before I reinstalled in my OS, I couldn't set my volume. Like if you went and right clicked this, it said set volume was grayed out. I don't know why at all. And then now it works when I reinstalled it again, which is
works.
Yeah, yours worked. I don't know why mine didn't work. Like doing the scan for correction didn't fix it. I have no idea.
Crazy.
I've never watched Skibidi Toilet and never plan to. Yeah, I don't either. And it's not even whether or not it's good. There are plenty of things for me to put my time into watching, and that is not on the list. Like it's not about whether it's good or Zoomer or anything.
I think it's just it was just a stupid thing somebody made, and the internet started applying meaning to like the videos, and the creator just went and then people started trying to dig up the back lore that wasn't there, and they created their own lore around it, and that became the driving force for it. And oh boy, did it drive. But like, it's not. It wasn't even the animations. I feel like it just became a community.
You all smell it are very stupid.
What it all meant, but the answer was nothing. But it didn't stop people from speculating. I mean, I do that with horse.
You're like, wait, that's what I do.
But the horse does have lore and meaning and stuff. You can derive more than there is, but.
And I don't think the creator meant for it to be what it is. No, like the creator of Skibidi Toilet didn't probably mean for it.
Didn't, no.
But I mean, hey, if I was in his position, I would be leaning hard into it too, because it's probably been very profitable. Cheers, Starfire.
100%. They made a fortune, I'm sure. Look at that dirt bean. Eat that jukebox.
Watching Michael try to get out of it was hilarious.
You all smell it are very stupid.
I've watched it. My
You all smell it are very stupid.
It's just people with randomized heads shooting missiles.
You
at
are
each other.
all big.
That's all it is.
You are all big stupid heads.
More grandiose as it.
Stupid horses.
Like how she has that ice cream sandwich holder in front of her.
Stupid heads. Stupid horses.
He's so mean.
Just trying to see if anything else works. I thought about doing like a straight on one at one point, but
Stupid. You are all big stupid heads. Stupid horses.
Stupid horses.
Stupid, very stupid, dumb, stupid horses.
That one, he's like, I wonder what my hoof tastes like.
Stupid, very stupid, dumb, stupid horses.
No, me. That's as smart as towards there.
So stupid. That is all.
That shot I liked changing up a little bit.
Stupid horses.
Let's move.
No, I was wondering if just like go up real close for this one.
Stupid horses.
Actually, I kind of like that. She goes sneeze. She's like
Stupid horse.
or she wants to sneeze and she plugs it.
Like, can't get out now, can you sneeze?
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if instead of for this shot, instead of kind of
horses,
because it's a lot of close-ups. So what if I did a close-up here? With like, no, this is already an 85. Oh damn!
They bring back My Little Pony, and they will. I want one pony to go. Look! I can fit my
horses
in my mouth. Just do it, and they go.
Horses.
Wow.
So stupid. Horses. Dumb, stupid horses. So stupid. Stupid.
Yeah, I kind of like that one zoomed in because then I have the one. This is kind of doing the drift, and it slows down. That is fine.
Heads. Stupid horses.
If anything, here we might be able to do the spin. A little hard to do without a pivot point, but at least get an idea on it.
Stupid, big, stupid heads. Stupid horses.
No. The background ends up moving so much. There's not enough things in there to give you a point to lock in, and I feel like it kind of messes it up. I would have to do more like this to do it, but then because of her neck, I'm kind of stuck.
Stupid heads. Stupid horses.
I could do a zoom. Because I do the next one is much closer up, so I could do like that.
Big stupid heads. Stupid horses.
Yeah, that could work. I can keep that. I do have to go into here afterwards though and refix the focusing because it will mess up the focus. These not moving. Understood. It's way too quick.
Stupid horses. Stupid, very stupid, dumb, stupid horse. Stupid, very stupid.
What?
Stupid, very stupid, dumb, stupid horses.
I wanted it to end with somebody doing. So the idea was keep with somebody that looks normal, fairly normal. Then have somebody that's just kind of reacting like, hey, they're looking at me. Then start getting a little weirder.
Stupid, dumb.
And then, well, so this one is just like, you know, looking at the hoof. Then this one's a stallion, so it's super weird.
Yeah.
And then this one just going right for the mouth.
Horses. So stupid.
That's a really good horse right there.
She got the tongue.
Yeah.
Look at that face, Michael.
It's a pretty good face. I'm gonna boop that snoop.
Boop, 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 boop.
So many
Boop,
boops.
boop, 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 boop. Booping with photons.
That is all.
Boops of the future. Here's your boops.
Raise your boops.
Come, chewing boops. Big derp. Lick. Oh boy, oh boy.
Okay, this one, I want to have it do a slowdown.
That is all.
So I'm going to do it to here, and then we blend it. Don't want to quite have it come to a stop. We want it slowing down. This, to me, is just a way of kind of pronouncing the end of something. That she's like, this is end of her talking.
That is
I
all.
gotta say, chat, this is a really rough chair to sit in for hours at a time. But if I had a nicer chair, I'd probably just fall
That is
asleep during
all.
the streams. So it's a balance.
It's a butt balance.
That
I
is
want
all.
a recliner over here, but I would definitely fall asleep like 30 minutes into the stream and just be snoring while he's trying to animate ponies.
I feel like he would come down with like a nightcap eventually and just be like, this is where I get my best sleep.
Yes.
I have horses in front of me.
Admittedly, before I moved here, I would turn on your streams and then just go lay down and listen to your streams while I dozed off. And then I would wake back up at the end of the stream and be like, that was a great stream.
Okay. When they go up to cheer, this really depends on how things kind of work here. Doing like a camera like this.
How many people in chat are sleeping right now?
Yeah. That kind of gives that like unreal feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
And the very end of this, I have to add one of the pieces to the wall back in.
See, you knew it. All the chat fell asleep.
I don't really have to add an audience more over here because I don't think you'll be able to see them anyway. But with that move, I'm going to just pick just a tiny bit of time and I'm just going to shift it forward. Actually, I am noticing it jump. So now I want to check. Is this toggle log thresholds? Oh, it doesn't feel like it's different. Okay.
You guys are sleeping and posting? That's crazy. Go British. See how British that horse was.
Okay, that can work. This beginning part, I don't want to have any motion to the camera because if I want to feel like it's still, like nothing moving or waiting. It's only for like 1 second. That is going to be where, you know, the pixels are going to be a little sharper, but that's fine.
I know, Matt. It's a crime that none of those horses are still Pretori smooching.
But we could buy an electroshock device, plant it in your cozy chair, and then Arya could add a Wake Up Michael bit buy for $100,000.
$100,000.
I would.
I just gotta take a shock for $100,000.
What are you talking about? I'd probably make it like 50 cents.
$100,000. That's a dollar symbol.
Yeah. If it was $100,000, you would be like, hell, hook it right to the wall outlet.
No, yeah, I'll take 120 volts for $100,000. I'll be okay.
But I like how I have other things that like torture you and you're like, why is this a thing? But when the $100,000 is involved,
it's
you're like
right here,
yeah, just
hit me. I know my value, and it's about $100,000.
Okay, so for this change, I do need to re-add a wall here. And I think, yeah, it's just the wall. That's it. I could go and like copy the other one, but I really don't need to. All I need is just a wall.
You know, weird thing. There was actually there was this place called Jillian's in Cincinnati, and it's gone now. But they had this like chair you could sit in, and you could grab these 2 metal prongs, and it would electrocute you. That was the game. I don't know if something like that is legal anymore, or if it was even legal at the time, but they had it. And you could just choose different extremes. Like how like you could set it to different settings, be like easy, medium, extreme, and that would just change the amount of voltage it was like electrocuting you with, and it hurt.
No, the problem with the gaming chair is where the hell to put it. I don't want to have like a whole gaming chair, and also it's the carpet. I would like to have something where it's rolling on, and with how it's kind of set up, he's already kind of has like one edge on the plastic that I have and the rest on the carpet. No, I mean sometimes. which I prefer not to because it's just going to crack it. But
it's already cracked.
Which, yeah, it's because this is whatever. But then there's kind of this like transition zone right where he sits that would be a little interesting if I got like another mat for him to sit on too.
I'm just saying, get a permanent recliner that doesn't move. Just
permanent recliner?
Yeah.
What, like bolting it to the floor?
Well, like it's just not one that moves, not on wheels.
Why does it have to not move?
Can we just bring the love seat in here? We'd share it.
It could. I mean, no. But I don't know with where if the what do we call it? The conduit was in a slightly different spot, like if it was another 2 feet that way, then I would be more okay with like, because then I could move my whole desk. Right now it's already going there and then coming back because I moved my desk further over. Because then it would free up a couple more feet that way. Then I would probably be able to do something. But right now it's just kind of limited space. And I could technically drill a hole in the wall and then keep going and go into the conduit and just make a new hole. But
I had no problem fitting a nice chair in here if you weren't here. Just move you out.
If I could do things a little differently,
you can animate on the computer in that room on that monitor in the utility room, and then I could sit here in my nice recliner and just entertain them.
The original plan was where we have the big TV. I was going to make that a different room. I was going to put a wall in there and just make it a small computer room.
Having a real small, the whole room.
The whole thing across.
Okay.
No, it wouldn't be quite as big as it is right now, but it would be a decent. But it would be smaller than this room. And then I was going to turn this into the board game room and just have the big table in here and have this just be board games. And then the TV would be outside the computer room.
I can work that pretty well.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay with it. It's just, I feel like this is a bigger room than I need.
No, you got to decorate it.
I'm working on it. It's just,
you need more ponies.
I need to get some stuff there. And I need to put one thing over there. And
maybe something.
Yeah. Yeah, like you mean covering the big hole in the wall. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I had plans, but some of it got messed up by once we opened the dead man room.
Yeah.
Because I mean, technically, if I would have put a wall straight across there, it would have actually made it kind of work, because then I would have had a wall keep going and the support beam wouldn't have been as much of a problem and other things would have been better. And I think it would have kind of worked, but then it would have cost a lot more.
Open spaces are nice.
Open spaces are nice, but having some more distinguishing space, I think the only one I have a problem with one outside this door, because there's just so many weird corners. There's not much we can do with it. But no, I had a lot of other plans. Do you still have the dead man room? Oh no, it was called the dead man room because we didn't know what was in it, and so we thought it had to be a dead body in there. But once we opened it up and saw it was just full of trash.
I wish it was a dead body. That would have been easier to clean up.
Harder to explain, easier to clean up. Yeah.
There were dead mice. Yes. Skeletons of mice is what we found.
Oh, she's not in focus.
No, they were just like perfectly preserved mice skeletons.
Very old.
Yes.
Soy Wolf. I hope to regain peace and motivation with your live show. I'm sore in my throat. I finished an audio test. Oh, I was going to say, hopefully you're not sick. I had a sore throat last week.
I did not.
Okay, now that's there. Yeah, we are working on.
I'm surprised too.
Finishing up this video.
I get sick like 3 days later, and I hate it. Go back to being like a hermit. Like, it's weird. He's the one who brings illnesses home, but I'm the one who leaves more.
I think Adam, I'm surprised, doesn't get sick as much because he goes and hangs out with Spuddy Nerds.
He does. But what does he do when he's not here?
Sits here.
Yeah. You get the self-deprecating joke. Maybe.
But I mean, I enjoy like kind of just having the sit at home days too, though. I don't know if I was Adam and literally all of my day was spent sitting at home, I can understand why I'd want to get out of the house sometimes.
Not really. I would love to just go back to sitting at home. It's been too long. Been a long time.
Okay, so this one, technically, I was in the middle of the eyes, but now that her head turns, and this is the only eye, if I stay in the middle, it's going to be past the eye. So from this point, where it's the middle of her eye, to this point, right here, I need to transition that to actually staying on her front eye. And it's not, like, super important, but you start playing with higher resolutions, if it's not at least pretty close to being like actually in focus, you're going to start getting like pixels that are slightly fuzzier and stuff. So
yeah, I am realizing on my video I've never messed with the focus. Should probably do that.
I would definitely at least do it before you render.
Yeah. I'm a little ways away from rendering just yet. There's a lot of stuff that still has to happen in that.
I've definitely had it where like I was working on a video and I just completely forgot to do focus, and then you like go to render and you're like, wow, this looks like trash because it's just blurred everywhere. The default aperture is very low.
Yeah.
But depending, and I've kind of showed this before, the closer you are to zooming in on a person's face, the more bokeh you should have. The more of that depth of field blur.
Like the burgers?
No, it's called the actual term generally is bokeh, but it's the blur that's caused from the depth of field should be larger the more zoomed in you are to a face, and the more you zoomed in you are to a face, the more zoomed you should be. So narrow your field of view. Don't, if you're at 35 millimeter equivalent, don't go right up to their face because it's going to look like you're a newbie. Which that's one of the things. Yeah, but that's one of the things that people tend to do is they'll do a shot like this, but they'll keep it like this, like for the ignore the camera cut because I'm not built for it. But like this isn't what, if you're only focusing on the one horse, especially if you're like focused for a shot like this, that's way too wide of an angle. You should be more like, even if she's the same size, she'd be more zoomed in. So.
Got the Hanson Brothers stuck in my head. I don't know why. I've been there since like 96. We won't leave.
Do you live rent free?
I suppose they do. But I feel like they probably still have money, so they should really be paying rent. They got all that doo-wop money. Because that song definitely still plays on the radio.
Michael, the Hanson brothers are probably like 30s.
They're older than that. They're probably pushing like 45.
I don't know about 45.
They're older than me. They were a big thing when I was a kid.
I don't think they were that long.
Yeah, that was forever.
Yeah, but they were like 12 in the 90s.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so yeah, they would probably be like 45 or something.
Yeah. I want to see what the oldest Hanson brother. He's probably dead. Just like heart attack. Too much bacon.
Okay.
Oh wait, they're older than that. Oh, it's bop.
Bip and bop?
Bop.
I bet you if you just search you'll find them and Crash Test Dummies.
They're definitely older than I thought because you know what the years they were active were? 1984 to
84?
16, yeah. 2016.
Wow.
Canadian.
And they quit because they had to
John-
retire.
John. None of their last names were Hansen. They weren't actually brothers.
Lies.
Over the years, the group made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people, and they were Johnny Hansen, Robbie Hansen, Tommy Hansen, Kennedy Hansen, but that wasn't their actual names. It was Ken Jensen. Like, they just called themselves Hansen for the band. In different years, they were active. The oldest Hansen brother, known as Robbie Hansen, who was active throughout the entirety of the Hansen brothers thing, is 71. Do wop, mbop indeed.
Bop, diggy dop, dop, my hip, dee da da.
Pills, please, boo. I just pooped. That's what happens.
I think he said that for the sub. 34 months too. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Derpy's got sandwich now, so she's happy.
She's been fed. Gotta feed the Derpy at least once a week.
Look. Did you see that horse? She was feeding her hoof in her mouth. It was for like 1 second.
Oh, go give her the big cookies. Feeding Derpy is like the primary purpose of this, of these streams. Keep feeding the horse. Admittedly, those cookies can last a while.
Because the camera's constantly shifting, it's a little harder to keep it in focus. Even though you can't see your eyes, they still have a slit, so you got to keep that in focus.
Yeah, there are 3 founding members, the Hanson brothers, but then when one of the 3 stopped, the other 2 started bringing in like other talent, and they just had their stage names end in Hanson. There was 2 Kenny Hansons.
What'd they do to Kenny?
Kenny Hansen the first and Kenny Hansen the second.
It sounds like a cult.
A little bit.
They're like, you want to join our band? You must legally change your name to Hanson.
You're a Hanson now. Come, brother. Let's us sing.
Oi, oi, oh. Summon the demons, brother. Yeah, ba.
Yeah. One of us. I feel like they just walk up to some poor child and throw a blonde wig on him. Just takes over his brain.
Do you want to be famous, child? Do you want to bop?
Are we in Resident Evil 4 now? Yes. Yes, we are. Apparently, the band did finally break up in 2016 because the founding members got old as hell. And they were still trying to probably act like they were teenage heartthrobs.
Yeah. Trying to figure out which eye in any of these is like the main focus one. This one, I'd probably consider it this one, but I also might consider it that one, so I'm probably going to leave that one. Oh, this one's off.
He's looking at her. Yeah, look at the princess. You got more important things. Do you have a prepper room? I'm afraid to ask.
A prepper room? Like for like nuclear bomb drops?
Oh. That wasn't what I was thinking at all.
What are you thinking?
Don't worry about it.
I do not.
My goal, if the nuclear bombs fall, my hope is that they take me with them because it's gonna be awful.
I had originally thought about trying to set up this room to kind of be fall theme, but then I'm like, yeah, that's so much work. Because if you want to really make it feel fall theme, you kind of have to like purposely dirty things up a bit, and I just didn't want to do that.
I like the theme in here.
Horse.
Yes.
No, this room does have a theme, and it's nostalgia. Not as much for the parts that are like back there, but like my shelves and the wall posters and stuff, and like the lanyards and stuff.
There's only a little bit of horse right behind us, but the rest of this room is pretty horsed. It's pretty great.
Like the the shelf that I have over there has a whole shelf of the movie Argo, though that's not really nostalgic because I've never watched it. A bunch of art books for a lot of games that I've enjoyed, graphics cards I've used in the past, horse plushies, my yearbooks from high school. So it's just all nostalgia stuff. But I like that as a theme because this is like it's my computer room, so why not fill it with things that I remember?
As you get older, it's the only way to remember them.
There we go. Okay, so that one's done. This derpy is also off. I've been doing it like mid-face, but I need to do it based on the eye. Should be like there. The main pupil. And this seems like a lot of nuanced work, but if you look at movies, they do this. There's a whole person whose job it is dedicated to pulling focus, and they are detailed as hell. Okay, that's good.
No, Sunset, I plan on becoming a cannibal almost immediately. The second, like, all civilization collapses, I'm just gonna start eating people. I won't even be that hungry.
He's already said before that he likes exotic foods. So, yeah. I mean, what's more exotic than human being?
Delicious. Like, yeah. That seems like
just don't eat the brain.
Yeah, obviously.
But see, now that I said don't eat the brain.
I mean, I kind of want to eat it more now.
Yeah.
It's like a forbidden fruit.
The forbidden brain.
Yeah.
What I don't like, though, is that now you're going to be walking around in the zombie apocalypse saying brains.
Gotta blend in. It's about when you're in Rome, you know?
You're going to go to Rome first?
No, it's like you do what the Romans do.
I like the idea of like, oh, it's going to be a zombie apocalypse. I'm going to Rome.
Yeah.
Because we're going to that Coliseum. It's going to be the best. They're going to do like Thunderdome shit.
It's going to be great.
Okay, this one, zero possibility of me getting the focus right without going over here, which is also way off. I did move the camera a bit though, so. Okay, so this one can probably bring this up to like 400 and let's say 1300, and then we'll do that at 800.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have plenty of human flesh, Sunset. Like
on you?
A lot of people, not on me, but around me. Work out. I mean, it's either that or eat like oatmeal, and oatmeal's gross. Unless you have like cinnamon sugar. Nobody's gonna eat just plain oatmeal. They're gonna eat human flesh first. You gotta be reasonable. Which brings me back every time to my favorite joke in See That 2021. It's like, oh, we have to eat human flesh. We have to. We'll starve otherwise. And like a guy comes to rescue them. Hey, I'm here to rescue you, but why you wait? I brought this bag of soup fixins. They just cook them with the soup fixins. We just wanted an excuse to eat somebody. That's all it was.
Remember, Michael, gingers are supposed to taste rancid even when fresh.
I feel like he paid you to say that.
He knows well.
I hear ginger's a palate cleanser, so.
I mean, technically. Okay. This, I need to copy this camera, paste it into this camera, because that'll be the new camera. Because of that positioning, I'm very certain that at least these two horses can go at the minimum. Beyond that, technically, wait, why is the main camera not moving? Oh, because it's probably, yeah, it's way over there. Okay.
No, I'm not gonna eat Adam. He probably tastes like Baja Mountain Dew Blast or some shit.
Baja Mountain Dew Blast.
Whatever.
That was like the most boomer thing. Probably eats those Doritos too.
No such doing. I'll eat the oatmeal.
I know. I feel like Adam's gonna be one. You know those like videos that they show really cool things, but every time you cut into it, it's cake.
He's just cake.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be Adam. He's just cake because there's nothing in that man but sugar.
It's true. He has a sweet tooth that would kill me.
Okay, so this one is good as it is. Now we get to see. Come on. There we go. If I am able to get everybody into those chairs first, easiest way to do that a little bit is just to grab these ones because these ones are already in those chairs. Okay. Boom. To make this a little easier, I'm going to get rid of these three again. So I have the even amount of chairs. Because of how this is positioned, if because I can copy paste, but timings will be exactly the same. So like, let's say I copy this row, these front two rows, and move it to these two rows. Technically, like certain people in certain rows would probably be visible moving back and forth at the same times. But if they're going here to here, that might be far enough that I can get away with it. But I think because of how these are done, there's this large amount of gap here. I could probably just take the whole group and shift it like a half a second over. And then they'll be doing the same things, but it'll be far enough different that you probably won't even notice it. Because if I do that, I don't know if these guys are all set on the same rotation or not. But let's say I want this group. Problem with selecting this group is there's a good chance I'm selecting something else. but I can figure that out later. And when I do that round select, it's to figure out which ones I need to select, but it doesn't quite select everything. Their eye bone is a part of some things to select, but it's way in front of them. So therefore, when I do that round select, I'm not selecting their eyes. And that's why I need to fully select, or otherwise I'm going to drag without their eyes. Okay. And that's highlighting every, nope. So there's one person over here, and I'm just going to deselect part of them. And that'll show me which one it is. Oh, it's just that one. Okay. So his eyes must be over here too. All right. That is everyone. Copy. Paste.
Boy.
And now, if I'm lucky. Nope.
I didn't sleep super well last night because I drank a soda right before bed.
Well, why'd you do that?
Because I had it half drunk on my computer, and then I went to throw the can out and realized it was still half full. So I just downed it, even though it was like 11 o'clock. That was a mistake.
I bet you I can find so many quotes of you saying caffeine does nothing to me.
When I was younger. It did. Now, not so much. I hit some sort of wall where caffeine just messes me up.
Like, I like having my caffeine on the weekends. It's still something I do. The problem I've had with that is it takes me forever to fall asleep on the weekends then. Most weekends I'm still up until, like, I think Saturday I was up till 3.
You want a ghost fact? Here's your ghost fact. Since we're talking about the effects of caffeine, if a ghost manages to consume enough caffeine, it'll bring them back to life. Yeah. Problem being that ghosts can't, like, drink soda pop because they're ghosts. But if they could,
how do they know that?
It would revive them. One ghost figured it out by just breathing in Mountain Dew Code Red vapors.
And who is that?
Dick Van Dyke. He's been dead like 3 times now. He's breathing in those Code Red vapors.
So who is Dick Van Dyke? I know Dick Van Dyke, but Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke. That guy, yeah.
I'm a dick.
Yep. That's your ghost fact. Dick Van Dyke has been dead 3 times and revives himself through Mountain Dew Code Red.
He looks like it.
Wasn't there a movie that basically had like Casper? It had like the machine that just like had the vapors go in and it would bring the person back to life. They just had like the bottle of like back to life juice. They could only make enough for one like revival, and then that was it. Just brush that off. They found a way to bring back the dead.
They did that in Beetlejuice.
Yeah, kinda. Casper, I doubt many people have seen it if you're younger, but that movie is crazy. Like, you find out Casper died because his mother just poisoned him for attention. And, like, the whole thing with his uncles is his uncles kind of are, like, they're a little mean to him, like, pick on him and stuff. But ultimately, Casper's happy to have them around because they keep his mom at bay. Who's basically just a demon. She's a poltergeist. Like, I don't know how many people are familiar with the whole, like, Casper thing where his uncles just kind of pick on him. But in that movie, they're, like, picking on him and stuff and making fun of him. But he's like, yeah, I'm glad they're here. Because if they weren't, then Mom would show up. And I think even in the movie, she shows up and they try to stop her from getting near him. They fail, but they try. It's a good movie. It's fun.
So I had to be careful on that. I was noticing a couple of people pop. So this is the most I could do for moving them out of position, but that should It's off by quite a bit. So, okay.
Time to count the ponies on the screen to see if Argo is telling the truth. You gotta count each of the ponies by like
hundreds.
By this new...
On this one specifically, if I were to fill in every one of these seats, it would be 200 something. I am not going to do that.
You're pretty close to doing it now.
No, because I'm already like I don't have the lights on, and it's chugging. If I turn these lights on,
you're rough.
It's running at about 2 something.
Wouldn't it be easier just to render it all together?
It'd be easier, but it also greatly increases the chance of it crashing, and I have to redo it anyway. So it's better to just do it this way. And if it's all done in one render, and then I go into post and just mask them over each other, using the center aisle as the cut, easy, super easy. Yeah. I'd rather just do that and have it guaranteed than have to deal with like potential re-renders. For filling in the rest of these chairs, I'm going to pull these ones over. Because technically these ones are, I'm going to put this in here. They are part of the shot and they shouldn't be. No, I'm definitely doing okay. I'm actually hitting red RAM. I'm still very far from doing it, but that is only because there's a lot of animation for each of these. Like I haven't trimmed it down, which would also reduce it a bit. But I'm normally like for Australia, I had to do like 3 shots per save file because I couldn't do any more than that. It just maxed out on RAM. The fact that I'm doing all these shots, multiple shots with all these horses in it is kind of the impressive thing.
Oh, horses.
Oh, I'm noticing these are the same rows. So that one can't be here. But it can go somewhere else. How about over here? It'll be fine over there. That was like literally the exact same rows twice in a row. I don't want to do that.
More ponies.
Okay, sitting your chairs. Okay, now we do this group. This group is the same as this group. This group is the same as further one down. So we'll do this one.
One pony, 2 pony, red pony, blue pony. Better version of that book.
Green eggs and pony.
No. The implications are sad. I remember as a kid, because of green eggs and ham, there was a store that sold small green hams that you could just purchase. They were just hams drenched in food coloring, but they sold them at the grocery store. It was kind of weird looking back, but I also remember there being things from my childhood I remember that are gone now, or like chocolate soda pop. That was a thing for a while.
Jones still does some weird stuff.
Yeah, for soda. But chocolate soda pop was like a store brand for a bit. It went away pretty quick.
Because it's a gimmick, it's not a good thing.
No. I can't imagine chocolate soda would be very good.
I've done it before when I worked at McDonald's.
Really?
Yeah, we did chocolate Coke.
Okay, that's a little different than just straight up chocolate soda.
Well, because you can get the soda water and then you can take like the chocolate syrup out of the ice cream machine.
Yeah.
So you technically are getting a concentrate with it. Well, not good. No.
Yeah, no. There's a lot of things that have come and gone.
This group looks like it'll be okay. Well, if you leave it on the counter long enough.
True. Spam does sell green spam that you can purchase. But I don't see green ham anymore. Not that it would be hard to make. You just take a ham and you soak it in water and green food coloring for like a couple days. But like food in the 90s was often just neon from the sheer amount of food coloring they put in stuff.
Well, a lot of the studies and stuff we didn't have then.
Yeah.
It was a great time because there was no regulations, but then also like hot damn, there was probably some like, why do we have so much cancer in the 90s?
Just the 90s, that's all you need. Lead was still in the water, asbestos in the walls, but they were getting rid of stuff. It was just, for most, if you weren't like in a brand new house, you probably still had it. I am somewhat optimistic for the future and later generations that won't have to like have as bad as stuff in their drinking water and food.
Who knows? They'll find other things.
Well, yes, but the harder you have to look, probably the less detrimental it is. Like lead became pretty obvious pretty fast, and we just ignored it. The rest of the world didn't. America was slow to adopt anti-lead.
We're big on that with a lot of stuff because the way things are, there is always going to be easier when they're like, well, but it hasn't been a problem yet. And it's like, well, all these studies show this. Yeah, but we don't science. Who follows the science?
Fluorine is a naturally occurring element that the only reason they started adding into water is because they noticed a town which had natural fluorine just in their water as the result of a fluorine deposit nearby, and they realized nobody in the town had like tooth decay. So they're like, we need to look into this. And it was very beneficial. That a small amount of fluorine. Yeah. Too much and it turns your teeth brown. But you don't need a lot. That was the thing that people in that town, they all had like brown teeth, but no tooth decay. And their enamel was stronger than most. One of those discoveries that changed things quite a bit.
Yep, and we're getting rid of it.
That's just because people forgot how bad tooth decay was.
Yeah.
That's what people keep doing.
It's easy to forget history if you don't have the problems of history.
Yeah. Like both my grandparents lost their teeth in like their 30s because tooth decay. It was just getting your teeth pulled and just getting dentures was considered a luxury because tooth decay was so bad before they started putting fluorine in water.
I'm noticing there should be probably some heads right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to take on this shot somebody that's not in this area. Those two are actually realize those two are right next to each other. Whatever. The dark greens are there.
And my grandparents were pretty good examples of what people who didn't have that. So I don't need to just take their word. I could see the result of not having it secondhand. But my grandparents they remembered. They experienced it. They lost their teeth young. Most people did.
Yeah. See, that person definitely needed to be there. So, and technically there probably could be another one next to that. Ooh, Michael, look on smooch. That's what horses do when they're next to each other, right?
Yeah, of course. Mares, anyway. I mean, how could you not smooch a mare? Even if a mare...
You say that as a man.
You know, like a mare would want to smooch another mare. There's no way. See that blue one and the yellow one with pink hair? They're smooching right now. I see them. Do you see them?
Which ones?
The blue and those two.
Those two are not smooching.
They're smooching. They're getting ready to smooch.
The hair smooching.
Yeah, very much getting ready to smooch.
Okay, yeah, you can see his hair. After that, it doesn't matter. Okay. All right. I think that fills in those chairs. Technically, I could help on the rendering of the shot by like getting rid of some of the flags and other stuff, but
Don't smooch. That's how you spread disease. But it's also how you spread more ponies. So you have to take the good with the bad, sir.
Yes. It's like putting ponies on bread, spread them.
Wait.
Okay. So I put these at the end because the audio is kind of preset, so that's why I don't want to have it kind of in there. Nonetheless, this makes it about a 27-second short, and the other one's like 35. I have a full minute.
Yeah.
In anthology. That's and I still do the other one too. But after doing the camera fixes, everything looks good. Let's see. I want to just do a double check.
Dear citizens of Equestria, you all smell it are very stupid. You are all big stupid heads, stupid horses, stupid, very stupid, dumb, stupid horses. So stupid. That is all.
So stupid.
Thank you, Sir Edward. I was hoping you would. Put him on his own bread. Spread him. Oh, no.
I've been meaning to go into the quotes and
delete the incriminating ones.
No, clean them up because like some don't have quotations. Edward's got a pretty consistent method, so most of them are kind of Edward's way. But but like you did one before that didn't have quotes.
Didn't have the quotes.
So I mean, there's things like that I can go through and modify. When they were on Streamlabs, I couldn't. They were literally uneditable. Yeah. But now they're just an XML file, so like it's pretty easy. I just don't remember where it is, so I had to go find it. But it's really, really, really easy. Okay, well, we're at time, and I think we're done with this one.
Wow.
So next time we'll have to start working on the next one, which as of right now, I'll probably lean into the route that I was going, but I don't have any audio or anything, whether or not I go AI or just like record voice for it. We'll figure out later, but getting the scene started and the idea built will probably take the full 4 hours anyway. So that doing the planning part right is the most important part to get right, and it's also the part I like the most, so that is good. So I have to start trying to render this. I think rendering, I mean, the rendering would technically be like there, but I'll probably have to rebuild the audio anyway. Ooh. Yeah, I'll do that. So but I'm gonna guess this is probably gonna take like 6 or 7 hours to render minimum. I can maybe try. No, that's what I always do. I do want to double check.
That's the thing, when I go to render
She's taking the cookie, Michael.
No cookie. My computer's in my room, so it's just gonna have to run while I sleep, like next to me.
The recommendation is you can usually get a pretty decent estimate as to how long the render is going to take. If you start the render, it'll tell you in the corner, like in the bottom of the video, how long it should take. Anticipate that is based on the estimate of how fast it's going in that shot. So if you hit a much larger shot, it's going to take longer, whatever. But
just render it when I go to work.
There's that. What I'll still do now, just to save power, is if I know the render is going to take 2 hours, and So what I'll do, and I think I still have it.
Just when I want to save power, it looks at me deep. Like, I do this.
I don't have my desktop shortcut.
Power is free. It doesn't cost nothing.
Yeah, for you.
That's why I leave like a heater on that just blows outside all the time.
Where's the desktop?
Trying to keep it warm this winter.
There we go. I don't have it there anymore.
That's little Ronnie Chang. He's like, I'm doing my part for the environment. I turned on the AC on full blast and opened all the windows.
I remember that, yeah.
It's one of my favorite.
Let me check on here. Oh, Windows 11 doesn't have a desktop folder anymore.
That's pretty trash.
Yeah, here it is. This. You just make a bat file that says this, and this says shut down computer on a timer of 2,000 seconds. And that, I can't remember how many hours that is, but you can always just do a quick conversion. So I'll be like, okay, the render is going to take 2 hours. I will just run this to shut down the computer in 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then 3 hours later, I'll just shut my computer down. But then there's the oops. I didn't actually mean to do that. And so there is the shutdown hatch or -A, which is cancel shutdown. So then if I do realize I need to do something, I can go cancel it and then it won't do it. But yeah, if you ever need to have it so that you shut down your computer after a certain period of time after it does something to try to save some power, that's the little script. It's really easy. I used to keep them on my desktop right next to each other so that if I went to go to bed, I could just modify it quick, double click. All you do is double click it and it'll pop up a little like warning in the corner. Like, actually, I wonder, can I do it from here?
You know why I'm really
No.
appreciative of...
Or it is, and it's just not giving me my warning.
I'm appreciative of the invention of the LED light. If I was sitting in this stream and this was freaking even incandescent, I would be partially cooked.
Those are still pretty warm, but they're running at 1% right now.
Yeah.
These are cheap panel lights. 1% to 0% is like bunk, and then 0% to 100% is ooh. It's like I feel like the 0% doesn't go very low, but that's just, if you want that, it pays. You have to pay for it. It's expensive, but they do what they need to do. I wish these went dimmer.
But if that was like a 100-watt light bulb that was just trying to cook me.
But also these have the lights that I have here. I have paper over them to cover them. It helps. It's for diffusion of the light, but also because it makes them less bright. That one though it's a light box, so it's got the slits for it. So it aims it more at Michael, but not hitting my wall and stuff. These ones don't have them. That one behind me does. That one up there.
No, he's got a lot of lights in here. I'm just saying, if all these lights, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the heck that is over there, the blue light.
If I don't have that on, like look in the stream in the corner.
Slightly less blue.
Yeah. It just makes it more blue. It helps create more contrast to us.
Oh, this was incandescent. This room would be like 85 degrees.
Well, also, there's the light up there.
Yeah.
If I wanted to, like, well, that's actually turned up more than I normally would. Normally, I'd have it down to like there. Yeah, but like I can go up to whatever, or like make it white. Actually, the white's not too bad. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't do that very often. I have default, which is makes everything. So like, if I hit default, everything in the house it goes white, including that.
I hate it.
And then if I hit gamer mode, it makes everything blue.
It's gamer mode.
Well, yeah, goodness. That's what I have.
Monster Energy drink just pops out the wall when you press that one.
Can you set the game room to default?
So you won't get a Google Home.
No, it didn't. Oh,
what is this?
There. So can you set the game room to default?
Okay. The machine didn't want to listen to you. I had a ping off of a server in Germany.
No, it's not. It's run locally. That's why it takes an extra second.
Yeah.
Set the game room to gamer mode.
It does, because your cell phone isn't listening to you all the time.
No, I actually have a Docker on the server that is running a local voice interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
So it is the program that is interpreting my voice into text only. That actually is kind of intensive. And then Home Assistant has a built-in AI that is very, very minimal, only for Home Assistant stuff. And it will run locally. If it can't figure out what you're trying to ask, it will then ping a server. But most of it's run locally.
All right.
I mean, we can do
have you
solar
guide the raid.
but yeah, I have Home Assistant. So this is controlling like all the house stuff. I can do it all in one panel. I really like that I can do that. The skylight thing is annoying. The app will like, you go to open it and it will work, but then like not work. And I'll have to reboot the app like 3 times to get the skylight to work. Nanoleaf's app sucks. Home Assistant's just boom, 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 and it works. That's my favorite song on this thing too.
Okay.
All right, let's send you guys to Solar Eclipse then.
That's a cute one with the shirt.
No, that's the one that does a lot of My Hero Academia stuff. And does the whole theme of My Hero too.
Yeah.
And he's playing Sonic Racing, which apparently is rated better than Mario Kart.
Yeah.
But
I heard it's the better racing game.
But people probably have done a lot more downvotes specifically to Mario Kart for very nitpicky things that have drawn it the number down compared to this game, which by comparison probably has less people doing it. There are people that already would love it going into it and are probably going to buff the numbers up. I wouldn't use it as a straight flat.
Maybe, but I had problems with Mario Kart. The Mario Kart when I played.
I just like there's something different because the Mario Karts always seem that they're always the same. But yeah, let's head on over to them.
And I know who Sonic is on the Sega Genesis.
And he's the one that was on the MLP show. Yes, he was.
You mean he was on the MLP show?
He had his OC in the show.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, you don't remember that?
Maybe. All right.
Yeah.
I never made the connection.
Yeah, that's actually his OC. And I believe did he voice act it too? I can't remember. Thank you for the resub, Gizmo and Sunset. Thank you very much. No, I like the colors. I think the OC is pretty good. He just definitely went like full My Hero with the outfit and the everything.
As long as it's a pony.
But it was bye-bye Sunsets, bye-bye Edward, and anybody else hanging out.
Goodbye, Argo.
Say hello to Stellar. And we'll be back on Friday to start something new.
Another happy birthday. Wish Argo a happy birthday before.
Yeah, happy birthday to me.
And he's older now.
Yep, I'm gonna be fractions after this.
Yeah, it's like no more.
We round numbers. Up. Anyways, bye-bye. Starlight dead.
There you go.